Welcome back to my Guild Wars 2 adventure. In today's episode, I make some long-awaited progress in the story. I discover a lot about the human gods and where they came from. I learn how to wield one-handed swords on my necromancer, and I get even closer to wielding Twilight. Now, on with the show. Why hello there, ladies, gentlemen, and friends from beyond the binary. Welcome back to my Guild Wars 2 adventure. I hope you are well. I did try and record the intro to this video earlier, but the sun had other ideas. As you can see in the footage over here, I logged in. The weekly reset had just happened, so I ran over to the Mist Stranger and I have acquired my legendary gloves. And I realized something which I believe has now been confirmed as a bug by ArenaNet themselves. And that bug is, if I show you in here, my legendary gloves are celestial. They've got 22 of each stat, and I cannot change that. If I right-click and customize, you cannot change the stat line. I'd been led to believe that this was something which could be configured on legendary items. And it will be, but there's a current problem with the game which prevents that from happening. So, I have, if we go up here, acquired something else which is of importance. And that is a gift of battle. That's right. I'll be doing some World versus World. And I'd love to say it's the kind of entertainment that I could share with you guys, but I mean, maybe now that I'm comfortable in World versus World, it's something I can record, but it's been sort of like my cozy couple of hours every night thing. So about 10 o'clock at night, when I am just done with the day, I boot up into World versus World, find a public commander tag, and I join along for some fun. And that has led me now to getting the Gift of Battle. I also have the Bloodstone Shard, which you just buy with Spirit Shards, I believe, from Miani over there. I'm going to double check. I think that's where I bought it from. I think she sells them for 200 a pop. Let's just double check. Mystic Recipes, Tomes of Knowledge Exchanges. Oh, is it? Sorry, yeah, Bloodstone Shard for 200 Spirit Shards. I have 80 left. I should be able to buy some more of these Mystic Clovers now, which I may very well do. But I am, as you can see, at 68 of 500 in my collection tab, or my bank storage. So if we just have a look at the legendary weapon Twilight achievement pane, what do I have and what do I not yet have? We've got Dusk. We've got the Gift of Twilight. Icy Runestone, I don't know what I would have needed you for, but I must have had you at some point. Gift of Metal, I've never had. Gift of Darkness, I've never had. I'm guessing that's automatically given that to me because I got given the Gift of Twilight. Yeah, I think that's what's happened there, because we got this from the legendary key, right? So, of course, we also have the Gift of Might and the Gift of Magic. And now we have Excelsior, and now we have the Gift of Battle. These three items are required to make... Wait. These two items, the Gift of Magic and the Gift of Might, are needed for the Gift of Fortune, and the Gift of Battle is required for the Gift of Mastery, which needs a Gift of Exploration, 1 Bloodstone Shard, which I have, and 250 Obsidian Shards. So really, all I need to do now, according to all of this, is I need to get my final few Mystic Clovers and Globs of Ectoplasm, which if I actually, no, you can see from here, can't you? If I go back into here, you can see my Globs of Ectoplasm are 184. I would have had more, but I spent some making Mystic Clovers. I've got 68 Mystic Clovers, so I'm 9 away from reaching the amount I need for the Gift of Fortune. And then over here, I need to acquire 250 Obsidian Shards and a Gift of Exploration. That is all I have left to go. Shards, Gift of Exploration, 9 more Clovers, and a few more Globs of Ectoplasm. And once I've done that, Twilight will be ours. Isn't that incredible? And I know, I've seen the comments on the latest video. Oh, Andy, you've robbed yourself of an experience. You've missed out on all the fun. And like, yeah, maybe. I'll still be very happy when I get Twilight. But not only that, I don't plan on stopping, you know, my playthrough anytime soon. Like, what makes you think that one legendary will satiate me? I will most definitely be working on a legendary again after we've acquired Twilight. We could even go for Dawn, what's it called? Dawn? Dusk and Dawn. Dusk becomes Twilight, Dawn becomes Sunrise? I think it's called Sunrise, and then you mix them two together to make Eternity. We could always work on that. But then I imagine people would have a similar complaint because I already have Dawn. I already have the gift of Sunrise. It's basically the same conundrum. So I don't know, but I will work on a legendary start to finish, precursor and all, at some point in time. But right now, this is my priority, and I'm not far away from reaching it. So yeah, I've got all of these tomes of knowledge from World versus World as well. Not really sure what I should use them on. I could use them to get more spirit shards, but I'm seemingly okay in that department for the time being. The only other thing that I can show you, I guess, is if you look in my inventory, I have a bunch of piles of bloodstone dust, like an absolute metric shit ton, and dragonite ore. I've been told to keep a hold of this, and it will be important to me in the future at some point, so yeah, I'm holding on to it. Anything else to update you on? I got an ascended ring from PvP the other day, and I was going to salvage it, but then I was told that it's account bound, and yeah, if you look, it says account bound, so that's something I can put in the bank, and then when I get, say, my Sylvari to max level, I can give them the ring directly from the bank, which I think is really, really cool. I didn't realize how much in this game was account bound as opposed to character bound, so that's something else to look forward to, being able to kit them out. Anything else I've got to mention? The Kutalophile. I now have 3 spoons. I got the carved bone spoon, the fractal spoon, and the siege commander spoon. So this one from Fractals, this one from fighting Takatal, and this one from doing World versus World, which means these are the only spoons I have left to acquire. Now, I don't know where the hell I'm going to get these from. Not a clue. I want to say this measuring spoon is in Queensdale. I feel like Ida was someone we met in Queensdale. I might be mistaken. Meet Oberfest. That's undoubtedly going to be a renowned heart vendor over in the Norn area, if I had to guess. Maybe these as well. Travelin's lot. Oh, I know Travelin. I've done that. I've done that renowned heart. Because I thought his name was Traveler when I first saw him. So yeah, I'm guessing I can go and acquire a lot of these at some point. It does get us a mastery point, which is amazing. And we also get a bag of mentor supplies. Also not too bad. And as you can see over in my masteries tab, I'm doing pretty good, I would say. We've got 2 more masteries to fully train. One of them being Mistlock Singularities, of which I will need 2 more mastery points to acquire. And over here in Legendary Crafting, I'm going to need a big 9 mastery points to unlock Scholar of Secrets. Now, my problem is, and I think this is a glaring issue with the game, and it is my biggest complaint to date, is when you have fully mastered or fully filled the experience bar for a mastery, there is a pop-up in the bottom left-hand corner which says, hey, not sure if you realized you've capped out on XP. Click here to master. And you cannot permanently get rid of it. It really infuriated me. It didn't anger me. Like, I'm not like sat here punching my desk, but it's every 12 seconds I had to hit the escape key to get rid of it. Or you just leave it there in the bottom corner pulsing. It is maddening that there is not a toggle for that. And it is by far and away my biggest complaint with the game. I cannot believe they've allowed that oversight to exist in the game for so long. So, in a moment of desperation, I managed to corral a bunch of guildies together to go and run some fractals to get the mastery points to actually unlock the ability. Right now, I have a 3.8 million XP buffer until I see that horrible notification again. So yeah, I'm hoping I can get all of these done so I never have to see it again. Future Andy here for a quick recap of events. Last Saturday, we held our weekly guild night, and it was incredibly fun, with this week's shindig including the newly unlocked puzzle missions, which was a really nice change of pace and got everyone trying to figure out the solutions together. Afterwards, we jumped into some fractals for the weekly achievements, and in the process ran probably my favorite one yet, called the Silent Surf. It was absolutely gorgeous. And then, once again, as I have done most nights this week, I dived back into some World vs. World. I cannot tell you just how enjoyable it is at the end of a long day to sit here, go over to the World vs. World area, find an open commander tag, and just join in as we slowly roll around the map, capturing keeps and objectives and supply camps. It is just so fun. Now that I'm a bit more confident with World vs. World, I'd love to try and do some sort of narration as I go through it to hopefully get other people interested in trying it out. It is incredibly fun. Anyway, enough about that. It's time to do some MSQ. Thank you, Future Andy, for the recap. Yeah, sorry that I've moved position. There was just so much chatter happening up in the main area of Fort Trinity, so I've come down here. Yeah, I've really had fun with World vs. World this past week, and getting closer and closer to being able to unlock and build Twilight. A big reason behind me not recording and narrating a lot of that is I've just been under the weather. I've had COVID, which has really messed with my ability to speak, and just general exhaustion, which has not been fun. But yeah, we're back, and the plan for this episode is I want to finish the core game story. Hence why we are over here in Fort Trinity, ready to go and begin. I'm wondering if there's anything else that I may need to show you or update you on. I have a huge surplus of all things bloodstone dust and dragonite ore, to the point where I can't put it in my material storage and I can't put it in my bank. I could go and buy a bank tab, but that will soon fill with just bloodstone dust and dragonite ore. So if anyone knows of what I can do with this, please let me know. I am desperate. I am desperate. Anything else? Anything else? Obviously, you would have seen in the recap, I got my brand new legendary gloves. And I've got to say, I think it looks really nice with my axe and my focus. Specifically, and I wonder if there's an enemy nearby that I can hit. When I use my second ability, Ghastly Claws, it just looks really nice, the little particle effects coming off of the axe, because you spin your axe in your hand. I just think it looks really, really nice. So let's just quickly leave Fort Trinity so I can go and attack something. Some Vigil Crusaders, some Whispers Agents. Here we go, one of these Fireflies will do. So here you can see the effect, and I have slightly changed my outfit to sort of accommodate this brand new color. So obviously the default color of the legendary effect is this sort of like pinky reddish purplish color, which is coincidentally one of my favorite colors. So instead of having like vivid red gemstones, I've made them a little bit more pinky, and the same applies to the cape, just so it sort of becomes a bit more homogeneous when worn all together. So yeah, there we go. And then if I just come over here and attack a Firefly, so this is my first ability, where you sort of slash the axe in the air, leaving the particle effect behind. But this one is my favorite. I absolutely love how this looks. Watch this. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Isn't that good? Isn't that just awesome? That you just spin it? Ah, it looks so good. And here we go. I'll show you from this perspective. I love it. I absolutely love it. Because the effect is this spike which juts out at the end of your weapon, on the greatsword, of which I have a brand new one, courtesy of a wonderful member of the guild, whether or not they want to be named, I don't know. Yeah, it's awkward. It would be really nice if it would engulf the whole weapon, but I understand why it doesn't, because that would just be incredible, wouldn't it? That would be too good. But yeah, I quite like how it looks on this weapon, where you got the smoke and then that sort of like pinky flourish at the end. I think that looks really nice. Now, my only concern is you can actually get different colors for the gloves via infusions. And to buy these infusions, you need to hand over a Fractaline. Bear with me while I remember the name. Infinite Recursion, a Fractaline Spark, or a Fractaline Spark. Let me quickly say good afternoon. Good afternoon in the guild chat. Yeah, so to get one of these, you need 150 Fractaline Dust, which isn't impossible to get. Like, that's a relatively low figure to attain. The problem is you need one of these per glove. So to alter both gloves, it's 300 dust. And there are multiple different colors, and there's only 13 days left of the event, and I do not have the time to grind out 300, 600, 900 of this to buy different variations. And my one pet peeve, and I don't know if ArenaNet would ever change this, is to make the effect invisible, you do need 2 sparks, 1 per hand. I really wish the invisibility or invisible effect infusion were free, because I feel like that's not as dramatic of a change. Because what I fear now, it's such a big first world problem, is when I unlock Twilight, I want to be able to enjoy Twilight. I don't want to have Twilight with a little pink spike on the end of it. But for me to enjoy Twilight without the pink spike on the end, I'm going to need to spend 150 sparks. I think it's the right hand, which affects the spike on a two-handed weapon, and the left hand, which affects this, like effect there. So, I don't know. I'm very happy to have a legendary, don't get me wrong, but I just wish that the ability to hide the effect were free. That would be really nice if they would ever change that in the future. But yeah, I'm going to try and pick up at least a couple of colors, one for each hand, and then if I have the ability to do so, go for another set of colors. Yeah, maybe just like color red, green, blue. I think that would be smart, because I think I'd use those more often than not. So yeah, guild enhancements are 9%. Oh, let me go grab that. Let me go grab that from the guild hall. The guild hall has been coming along very, very nicely. The guild, I believe, is level 17? That's level 17. Yeah, there we go. And we're up to 146 members. Once again, if anyone would like to join, you are more than welcome to. You are more than welcome to. Let me go back to my raptor. I briefly tried out Warclaw because I can't click the little... There we go. I briefly tried out Warclaw in the open world because I've been playing with the Warclaw in World versus World. And it is fun, but I miss my sparkly raptor. I really miss my sparkly raptor. So, yeah, sorry. Sorry, Warclaw. I'm not going to be swapping to you anytime soon. So, if I chat to Nathan,
I have it.
He now offers 9% or 18% boosts, which is really, really incredible. I've not upgraded this since, I think, 5%. Yeah, so I don't know which one I want to go for. I really don't know which one I want to go for. I'm tempted, I think, to go for the World versus World reward track boost, because I need more obsidian shards at the minute. But then I'm not going to be doing any World versus World for the next 3 to 4 hours. So maybe in this moment I will go for the Karma boost. And the only reason I'm tempted to do that is... that would be good, actually. Guild Gathering boost. The only reason I'm tempted to go for the Guild Karma boost is I need Karma for the Obsidian Shards. If I show you my achievement panel, as you will have maybe seen in the recap, and if you haven't, here you go. I have Dusk. I have the Gift of Twilight. I have the Gift of Fortune. What I am missing is the Gift of Mastery, which requires a Bloodstone Shard, which I have. It requires 1 Gift of Battle, which I have. 1 Gift of Exploration, which I am nowhere near getting. I think I'm like about halfway through world map completion. And 250 Obsidian Shards, of which I have 107 at the moment. So presumably by the time I've done map completion, I will have enough Obsidian Shards to build the Gift of Mastery, and then we can go and build Twilight. But yeah, that's the big hang up for me at the minute, is the obsidian shards. Obviously, the Gift of Exploration is something that I do need to do, but it's not something that is affected by these boosts here, is it? So, yeah, I don't know.
Some coin?
Another thing, of course, is my mastery tracks are full. If I show you, legendary crafting. Wait, has it? Path of Fire? Oh, is this highlighted because I'm in a Path of Fire area? Maybe? Anyway, I was going to show you that I've maxed out these so far. So the final 2 mastery tracks are complete. I just need to get mastery points to actually train them and master them. So, yeah, I'm capped on XP, and I don't know if I need spirit shards at the minute, because that's what you get, isn't it, when you cap out. I've got 79 on me at the moment, and if I wanted to make another legendary, I would need 200 of those. I do have a bunch of those tomes of experience over in the bank, which you can use for spirit shards as well. I'm going to go for the karma boost. Yeah, let's do it. I think that makes sense because that's the thing I want at the minute. And then when I do world versus world at a later point, I can swap over to the reward track experience. And just to show you, here's how I'm getting on in world versus world. We're over halfway now to another gift of battle. The main reason I've stayed on this reward track is for the obsidian shards and, of course, the mystic clovers. While I am not going to be going for a second legendary anytime soon, it's just nice to begin building that surplus. So when the time does come for me to make another legendary, at least I've got some of the materials lingering around. You know, another gift of battle, maybe another dozen mystic clovers or something. And on that topic, my wizard's vault, I don't know what to buy anymore. For my mystic clovers, I've still got 4 available for purchase in here. I don't know when this shop resets, but maybe that's something I should be focusing on.
3 virtues. I'm handsome, I'm earnest, and I have a properly developed sense of vengeance.
I think the third and final in your list is by far the most advantageous in this world. So anyway, I don't know what to get from the Wizard's Vault is basically what I'm trying to say. Mystic coins, I don't really need them right now, but that's something. I could pick up the Tomes of Knowledge to get more spirit shards. I don't know. We've got this Black Lion Mastery coffer. Contains a random elixir of mastery for one of the mastery regions, not including Secrets of the Obscure. Maybe that's something worth picking up. Maybe I can get some more core Tyria mastery points that way? I don't know. I'm gonna guess no. Let me know. Maybe, because I'm clueless. So yeah, the only other thing that I can think to mention is this is my gear at the moment. So if I show you, we've got an exotic headpiece, an exotic shoulder pad, and I think everything else below is ascended. So yeah, ascended chest, legendary gloves, which I have made berserker. We've got no infusion put into that yet. We've got the ascended pants, we've got some ascended boots. I got these boots from World versus World. Just randomly out of nowhere, some random boots. We've got the ascended weapon. Both of my other weapons are exotic for the time being. And then if we look over here, I've got a exotic cape. We've got an ascended accessory, another ascended accessory. We've got the relic of fireworks, ascended amulet, ascended ring, and another ascended ring. So yeah, things are coming along quite nicely, I think. So yeah, I think without further ado, I'm going to teleport back down to Fort Trinity and we're going to have a go at maybe beating the core game. I'm very excited for this. Very, very excited for this. So let's open up the map. I know, why am I doing that? I might as well just go to the guild tab and click Leave Guild Hall, which teleports me back. It's very rare that I have to leave the guild hall to go back to something. Often I go to the guild hall to go somewhere else, like teleport, you know, to a guild event or something. So yeah, all right, let's head south, back inside, and see what we can find. Now, of course, I want to continue the story because I'm enjoying it, and I cannot wait to see how it all ends. But also, I need to be beating the story so I can do map completion. Again, to show you, I'm at 49%. 49%. And the problem is, I say problem, I've pigeonholed myself into not continuing map progression in starter zones. because I want to do them first on those races. So as you've seen, I've begun that with the Sylvari. I'd like to do it with an Asura. I'd like to do it with a Char. I'd like to do it with a Norn. And then I can go to those level 1 through 15 areas. And I know a couple people, and maybe it's my fault because I didn't maybe explain it well enough. I know that I would need to do it again on this character. It's just, I would like to do it first on the race that's meant to be there.
Big monster. I should be there right now.
You're a soldier. You do your job so they can do theirs.
Well said. Okay. Shall we continue the main quest with the Temple of the Forgotten God? Here we go. And you know what? On that bombshell, I'm going to crack open an ice-cold can of Pepsi. Pepsi Max, specifically. No sugar. Cheers, everyone. Oh, what's this? Hey, Trahan! Hey, the gang is up there. And I'm being saluted by all of these members. Thanks, everyone.
For too long, Tyria has suffered. We gather now with newfound purpose. Zhaitan's servants storm our homelands. It is time to bring the battle back to Or. This tide will wash over Ara and cleanse the dragon's corruption.
Hear, hear.
Together, we will prevail. Let the ships sail. Let the troops march. And let us find victory!
Yes!
Absolutely. You've turned into a real war leader, Marshal.
Now if we can just keep the impetus you started, then we'll have a chance.
Thank you, friends. May fortune bless you. Good to see you.
Hell yeah!
Let's get this briefing underway.
Awesome!
May I have a word, Commander? I know you think you failed Apatia, but I've experienced that kind of failure, and this isn't it. Every decision I make as Marshal of the Pact means people die. That's the burden I've been called to carry. Apatia was a Norn, and we gave her a proper Norn send-off. She lived and died a hero, and now her legend goes on.
Indeed,
so
it
must
does.
we. Apatia gave her life to defeat Zhaitan. The best way to honor her is to see that task completed. There's someone I'd like you to meet.
Yeah? Ooh. Are they here? Oh, we're going. I thought they were going to make a dramatic walk-in via the door over there. Who is it you would like me to meet? This is a dead
Our
end.
visitor may cause alarm, so privacy is paramount. Sire, it's now safe to reveal yourself.
Sire's... Oh, come
Greetings,
on.
Marshal Trahan. As you've requested, I've come to honor my oath.
Excellent. Let's speak with the commander and give you an assignment.
Oh my goodness, Sire Al-Rashid. Let me quickly tab out. Let's get the notes up. One moment. Lagos. Oh, you can't see them. Oh, that says there's an error. Hold on one sec. Let me reboot my Stream Deck software. And we're back, and it has been resolved. I can now reveal and show it as much as possible. So, I did make a mistake in the last episode, which I have now updated, and that is that I called them Lagos. Then I began to wonder if it was Iargos because of the lowercase L in the quest tab. I know it's Lagos. Don't worry, I'm there. I really want to learn more about them. I didn't really expect so late in the story to be introduced to another new race. Like, to me, it felt like we had covered all of the races in core Tyria. So to have these Lagos appear is very interesting, and maybe they will play a vital role if they are indeed a race born of the water in discovering more about Or, and I suppose Zhaitan as well. Because if Or was once underwater and was arisen, maybe the Lagos will have explored or adventured within Or prior to it being risen out of the ground by none other than Zhaitan himself. The only notes we really have are we caught the lovely Sire Al-Rashid saying, honor the Tethos Compact in regards to us hunting a target as part of our challenge to her. I'm wondering if Tethos or Tethos, I don't know the proper pronunciation, if that is a location, if that is a conglomerate of houses, maybe within this race of Lagos. So yeah, we know they have great houses as well, whatever that means. I should probably correct that as well. So yeah, hopefully we can learn a little bit more about her here. Let's have a look. I am not accustomed to these public rallies before a mission begins. Words do not interest me. Tell Traherne I'll be ready when action is required. She still wears the mask outside of the water. She does look incredible. Like, I would really love this armor in some way, shape, or form, whether or not that is available to us. Also, the wings, if that's something available on the Black Lion store, maybe, so you could cosplay or pretend to be a Lagos, that could be fun. I would play a human thief if it meant I could wear this getup and pretend to be a Lagos, for example. I think that would be kind of cool. We did also get mail. Yes, so Logan Thackeray catching up. Commander, I heard about the crate orb you discovered and how much it cost you to collect it. Nothing I say will make the loss of your partner any easier, but you have to press on. I wish I could be more comforting, but the truth is the war is far from over and a lot more innocents and heroes are going to die before we cleanse Tyria of the dragons. Destiny's Edge is still trying to pull itself together, but at the moment I fear it's a lost cause. We've got the physical and magical skills it takes to be effective, but there's too much anger and bitterness for us to function effectively as a team anymore. As Countess Anise says, I'm hoping for the best, but preparing for things to get much worse before they get any better. I'll be in touch. Now, you may notice I have catching up down here from 4 days ago. The only reason this is here is for the previous video's thumbnail, I needed a picture of Traherne, so I briefly entered this story instance just to get a picture of Traherne. I've not experienced any more than this, I can promise you. So yeah, shall we now see what Traherne has to say? Here we go.
Thank you for your patience, Commander. Allow me to introduce the revered Sire Al-Rashid.
The revered?
No need. We are already acquainted. In the name of the Concordat of the Tetios houses, I treat you with respect.
Tetios.
I'm glad to see you again, Sire. May your steps be relentless.
As I mentioned, I have long owed Traherne. Now he has called upon me to honor my oath.
Scouts have discovered a sixth temple in Or, a lost shrine to a fallen god hidden underwater in the Strait of Malediction.
The Strait of Malediction.
Abaddon, the human god of secrets, was cast out of Ara by the other deities, and his name was erased from history. Very little remained. Zhaitan craves something inside that temple, so we must get there first. Sire will accompany you as a guide.
It will be dangerous. You will need all your skills to travel with me.
I have yet to meet anything I couldn't overcome.
As I remember. I look forward to this, Commander. Until then, may your steps be relentless.
Thank you, Sire. Okay, we might be able to chat with her again now, but let me go make a note then. So it's Tetios. Tetios. Tetios? Tetios. I think I'll remember that. So Tetios. Okay, cool. Let's see. Now, Commander, we shall see if you can take direction as well as give orders, and if you can keep up. I have a question before we start. Oh, come on. There we go. What's your connection to Traherne? That is between he and I. I live according to the dictates of the Tetios Compact, with honor and without mercy. My presence here is in service to those dictates. What is the Tetios Compact? The ruling houses of the Lagos convened and agreed upon a set of principles to guide our people. That is all I care to share with you. Be glad I've shared this much. the ruling houses of the Lagos. I am fascinated by this. Let's go down here. And the thing is, this might not be something we delve into. There you go, there's the note. This might not be anything we delve into in core Tyria, but maybe in Heart of Thorns. Maybe in the Path of Fire. Maybe in End of Dragons or Secrets of the Obscure. I don't know. Maybe at some point we will come to learn more about these people. And it's nice to have the knowledge now. Tell me more about the temple. A wretched place. There are mysteries within that that normally would appeal to me, but pursuing them has never had a clear benefit until now. Okay, I need to know I can trust you. Are you planning to hunt me? That would be a distinctive honor, but no, you are a part of this mission to the temple, and as long as I am beholden to Traherne, that mission is my top priority. And then finally, going back to the old mission, can you tell me anything more about the crate orb? No more than you already know, except the crate did not make it. They found it in the depths. Its power is an intriguing mystery. We have more pressing concerns. So I've also been told, and I didn't even realize this in the moment, but if I go back to my story journal, would it be under here? When did we meet with the tree? Was it at the beginning of part 7? Striking off the chains? No, it would have been at the end of Battle of Claw Island, I guess. A light in the darkness? Here. A light in the darkness. Now, do I mention it in here? I swear to find Zhaitan. No, we told the mother tree, or the pale tree, that we feared losing someone. And that is what dictated this, and being able to adventure with Apatia. So in future playthroughs of the story, I'll have to make sure I pick a different option there to see the different paths that this can take. Because I'm guessing Sire Al-Rashid isn't a character I would have met had I gone for a different option. Presumably, I don't know, and I don't want to know, so no spoilers in the comments, but I'm very glad we did meet her. Traherne.
What's on your mind?
With regards to Apatia, I've received news from Holbrack praising our handling of the situation. They say we helped tempered grief and sadness with pride and inspiration. Glad to hear that, thank you. Regarding your current mission, the temple we seek shouldn't be difficult to find. The ruins lie within the Strait of Malediction. I understand. I have more questions about the mission, however. Tell me about the temple. It was ancient even before ore sank. The god Abaddon made war on the other gods and lost. His temple was cast down to the depths as a result. Even in ruins, it's still a place of power, right? So there's another note for me to take. And then if we go over here to the lovely notes and have a look at the human gods, what do I have them labeled as? The 6 gods. The 6 gods. So they may have said what Abaddon was the god of. A 6th temple, the human god of secrets. He was the human god of secrets. So if I put underneath here, let me just copy Grenth for 1 second. Come down here, paste. And then we'll fix this to say Abaddon, the god of secrets. I'll put defunct. Oh no, I can't do it in parentheses, defunct. Because he's no longer active. So, I wonder then if that is who this Cormyr replaced. Because if there was an available seat at the table, the proverbial table, left by Abaddon, is that how this Cormyr rose to godhood and became the god of order, spirit, and truth? Which is almost, well, it is to some degree the opposite of having a secret. Okay, cool. Well, we'll presumably learn more about Abaddon as we make our way in there. I have one other question. What's the mission? You and Sire are to investigate the sunken temple of Abaddon and discover why Zhaitan's minions have displayed such a keen interest in it. I suspect they're seeking something powerful. Okay. On that bombshell then, let's leave. Fantastic. Very, very excited for this. Not only because I want to go into ore and learn more about what's happening over there. But also because I kind of love Saya al-Rashid, I'll be honest. Really, really like Saya. She's a very intriguing character. There's so many questions about her and about the Lagos. And hopefully we can come to learn more through her. And maybe we'll get to learn more about what tied herself and Traherne together. Maybe when we're done with the mission, it's something that she would feel more confident or comfortable, speaking about. And the same applies, I suppose, to Traherne. Maybe he will feel confident and comfortable talking to me about it. I may have gone the wrong way. I assumed we'd be going this way, but I can see on my minimap, the green spiral is... Oh, it's here. I'm guessing it just wants me to swim out there then. So if I come to the northern tip, I can then swim out this way. I think that makes sense. Yeah, I think that makes sense. We'll run there because I've got a bunch of waypoints along the way that I'm yet to discover. And at least then we get to do... Oh! Been there, done that. Map complete all locations interior. I'm halfway there. 50%. Oh, wow, amazing. There we go. We're halfway there, guys. Soon it will be done, and soon I will have Twilight. I know a few people have said they're a little bit upset at how my acquisition of Twilight has come around. And obviously that makes me then a bit, not upset. Like, I'm not going to bed at night crying because I'm going to get Twilight, but yeah, trust me when I say this isn't it. I'm going to be... Oh, wait. Jumping puzzle? You are entering an area where mounts are not allowed? I'm guessing it means in here. I can see on the minimap there's actually a hero point and a vista in here, so while we're here, let's go and explore, shall we? But no, I was going to say I'm going to be getting plenty more in the way of legendaries over the intervening weeks, months, years, so I will get the full experience, no doubt. Is this it? This doesn't look like it. Unless I can jump up here. No. Okay, maybe I need to go around the other side? Yeah, this doesn't seem to be it at all. Risen Wizard. Prepare to meet my blade. There we go. Oh, that's something I've forgotten to mention. I'm working towards, if I show you my wallet, I have 297 Testimony of Jade Heroics. If I get to 500 of these, I can purchase the weapon manual that you would have to unlock in Secrets of the Obscure. And I think I'd like to do that. I've been told that dual-wielding one-handed swords as a Reaper or as a Necromancer is really, really fun. And, well, I like swords, you know. First weapon I was beaming for was the Greatsword on this Necromancer. So the idea of dual-wielding one-handed swords, that sounds very exciting to me. So that is something else I'm working towards whilst I'm doing this world versus world stuff. How the hell am I getting up here? Is it over here maybe? Like jumping up and climbing? Is it going up in the coral here? This feels a bit tricky though. Let's see. Yeah, I can come around here, but can I get inside the coral? Not by the looks of it. The only other thing that I'm looking at here, which maybe looks to be traversable, is this part of the coral over here. But even this doesn't lead all the way up. Huh, I don't know. I can see diving goggles up there to get the diving goggle jumping achievement thing. Now let's see if we can jump across from over here. I doubt I'll be able to mount up though, is the problem. Oh god, I'm being attacked by Risen. not much of a surprise when I'm literally on the doorstep of ore. Well, I am in ore, but you know what I mean. There we go, Risen Corruptor, dealt with. I think the next legendary I would go for, it depends a lot on what my next main character will be. But I can very easily see it being that gun. Yeah, this seems to be it. Yeah, there we go. And then if I jump across, we'll come back and get the diving goggles in a minute. I don't plan on jumping off anytime soon. I'd rather go get the hero point and the vista, which are somewhere within here. Now, is it here? No, I think it's this bit here then. So here, jump over here. This is awesome. How atmospheric to be in such a inhospitable land full of death and decay and horror, and to be doing this some silly little jumping puzzle to go and get a hero point. This is awesome. I truly love the world, and as I have been going through map completion, slowly doing these older zones, I can't tell you just how fun it is. It is so incredibly enjoyable, and it's relaxing. Like, what I do before I go to bed is I will purposefully load in and do half an hour's worth of map completion, because it zens me out and makes me feel all at ease and comfortable, and I love that. What have we got here then? Although damaged from its time under the ocean, this tower remains as a giant testament of Orion construction. We've got a mural. Oh, well, that's perfect timing. A mural of Abaddon. This mural of the forgotten god Abaddon is weathered with age and marred by water damage, but his eyes seem to glitter with icy cunning, and his countenance is still suffocatingly imposing. Examine more closely. An inscription reads, "Act with magic, act within reason, act without mercy. Leave." Not too dissimilar. Well, it is. I was going to say act. No. I was going to say it's similar to Ventari's teachings about acting. But anyway, sure. Let's go and read the book. Though dusty and clearly abandoned, this book is in remarkable condition. The title reads, "The Vizier of the Tower, Benevolence or Madness." Scrawled inside of the cover is "Property of Mollen, esteemed explorer." Read, "The Vizier's decision to read from the lost scrolls to defeat the invading Char has been seen as noble by some and deranged by others. Many scholars claim that a Char victory in Or would have been preferable to the nation's complete destruction." Okay, what the hell are the Lost Scrolls? What are the Lost Scrolls? We'll make a note of this, because they sound very powerful, whatever they are. Oh, I've got this note as well, by the way. I teleported over to Ebonhawk just to go grab a couple hero points. And while I was there, I was looking through some tombstones, and to quickly show you another one, there was some to do with Logan's ancestors. There was a Cordelius Thackeray, there was a Gwen Thackeray, there was Kieran Thackeray, and we got to learn more about Gwen and her role in staving off this Char threat. I don't know all of the nitty-gritty of that, and I don't plan on learning about that anytime soon. When I eventually get round to those zones and begin leveling a Char, no doubt that will then expound upon this for me. But no, while I was there, there was this tombstone that ended in the year 1327, and every other tombstone there is from like 200 years ago. And it caught my eye. "Tireless scribe and friend to animals. She left her mark on Tyria and is now at peace in the mists." And I wondered if it was a community member. It feels extra special, and it marks a date beyond the core Tyria storyline. And I don't know who this is. Fist. But I thought I'd make a note and sort of honor them in my own way in the notes. But yeah, let's go over here. Lost Scrolls. The Lost Scrolls were read by the Vizier. What is the name of this tower? The Vizier's Tower, by the Vizier over in Or. The power they wielded was able to repel the Char. What happened here with the Char? Again, I do not know. Maybe the game will expound upon that. Hopefully it will. Okay, read further. "Others argue under the circumstances the Vizier could have made no other decision, and that the outcome of the spell could not have been foreseen. This author believes that the Vizier, though powerful and at times wise, was clearly insane. The Vizier's tower stands in the dark belly of recently risen Or, and few have made it far enough south to examine its mysteries. Or is clogged with undead monstrosities. any trek into that territory would be suicide. Wow. Orien vase? The vase was likely once a statement of taste and wealth, but now it's crusted with the dirt and grime of passing centuries. The symbols on the vase are barely legible and seem to represent a lengthy speech of some sort. The vase is too damaged for the speech itself to be deciphered, even by the most knowledgeable of scholars. Then another book. This book is not as old as the relics that surround it. Many of the pages have been torn out, and the title reads, Logs of the Orien Expedition by Molin, esteemed explorer. I wonder if their name is Molin, and it's a dredge. That would be cute. Read. I've arrived at the Vizier's Tower. Through great peril, my health declines, my mental state has been compromised by the horrors I've witnessed. I've begun to accept that I will not survive a return journey. I see only these awful statues, and I'm not sure what I had hoped to find. Maybe some shred of information on the terrible Masat, perhaps, or maybe a glimpse into the life of the Vizier who wrought such destruction upon Or. All I've learned is that Or is lost to us forever. I don't believe this land will ever heal. I will leave my notes here for someone else to find. I do not expect the Risen will allow me to leave. And then broken Masat statue. This crumbling statue is too decayed to truly portray the elegance and horror of the being it represents. Some of the scars in the stone look to have been made by a blade rather than eroded by time, as though someone in the throes of anger struck it with a sword. I'm gonna guess that was Molin. Well, some very nice little bits of lore, which I was totally not expecting. Thank you, game, for that wonderful little detour. I can see there's a couple people climbing the tower. That's pretty sweet. And someone else cheesing it with a sky scale. Look at that! They just jumped off the sky. How could you? How could you? I can't believe it. I can't believe it. How could you do such a thing? Anyway, I'm only joking. I'm not trying to hate this person. Right. I don't know if I can jump off. I should be able to. It just says mounts are disabled, so I should be able to glide down. Let me check the map. So yeah, if we glide in this direction, we'll go grab the lone post waypoint and that POI. So if I turn, it should be directly in front of me now. So here we go. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get over this wall. My glider might run out of... Oh no, you are entering a no-fly zone? Oh god. Never mind. Okay, we'll destroy the gate. Never mind. We don't need to destroy the gate. I'll destroy the gate. Sure, why not? Couldn't quite make my mind up. Oh, I can't destroy it anyway. Never mind. I will not destroy the gate. The game made the decision for me. Never mind. Never mind. I do know that a lot of the lore that I'm uncovering will no doubt be referring to, obviously, Guild Wars 1 and its many expansions. I do still have, ideas about going back and playing them at some point, but I don't think I would do that now. Like, I really want to play Guild Wars 2, right? I want to continue the story. So, whether it will be after I'm done with Guild Wars 2, maybe at some point I'll begin doing them in tandem. I don't know. Like, there might be a reality, a future where I upload a brand new Guild Wars 2 video on a Sunday, and then sometime in the middle of the week, I can upload a Guild Wars 1 video. I'm not promising that, but that's just something I'm toying with at the minute, because I wonder if having that knowledge now will make the future Guild Wars 2 expansions all the more enjoyable for me. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know, but we'll figure that out as time goes by. I've just been really enjoying the game in general, and I know I've not been able to record everything. The world versus world stuff, I do feel more confident now about being able to maybe record me doing world versus world. Not necessarily because I think it would be exciting, but because I think it might be nice for folks who are maybe a little bit, I don't know, they've got a sense of trepidation about stepping into world versus world. I know from my time playing FF14, a lot of my community members were scared to enter into PvP because they didn't believe in themselves or their skill and thought that they would, you know, bring the team down or be shouted at or whatever. I will say, and I don't mean to be negative, World versus World is amazing. PvE in the open world, amazing. PvP in Guild Wars 2 is incredibly toxic. And I'd love to say otherwise. I'd love to be able to sit here and say, oh yeah, go play PvP. It's just as nice as it is, you know, in every other aspect of the game, but it really is not. I played some PvP matches with a friend, and not only were we getting like, not me and him specifically, but like, we were privy to a lot of conversations in the chats, which were using openly some pretty horrific slurs. We reported them, of course, but it really shocked me because up until that point, I think the community of this game is one of the best, especially in the MMO space. Like in the open world, the amount of times I've just been able to receive assistance or help or support from another player, even if it's not something they necessarily wanted to be doing, they just come over and assist. And just the general, I guess, niceness of it all. Like the game and the community are incredible. But yeah, diving into PvP, and admittedly, I've only done maybe 5 or 10 games. Nearly every game just had someone in it, a different person, just being a horrible, horrible person. And that was yeah, it was quite annoying. World versus World, though, very chill still. It's just as chill and just as fun as doing things in the open world. It is a very, very nice atmosphere. Look at this. Look at this. What is this?
Come here.
Whoa. Okay. This looks like some sort of futuristic pylon. Wondering if we can learn a bit more. We'll hopefully uncover the name of it soon enough. Let me just... Wait, did I destroy that? Whoa. Didn't know my own strength. Brass burn torch. This is called the brass burn torch. Okay, can I come around the side? Like, look at the little inscriptions on it. Whether or not they are like algae and stuff which has grown over the years, or if that is some sort of undead, not undead, some sort of influence of Zhaitan. Brass burn torch. Okay. Right, let's begin swimming out into the ocean. I believe we're at the right point. Yeah. I'll come and grab this waypoint down here before I go. This is an awesome zone, though. While it's not as warm and inviting as something like a Queensdale, it shouldn't be as warm and inviting as a Queensdale. Like, we're at the end of our journey, right? Like, we are on the landmass that is Ore. We've got a statue of Melandru here, which I will deal with in just a second. Hold on. Let me kill these horrible jellyfish, the spirit of sorrow. Oh, another one's come over. All right. Time to enter the meat grinder. There we go. That's better. Right, statue of Melandru. The statue's sweet face inspires relaxation and contemplation. Commune. Its sweet face? Correct me if I'm wrong. Unless it just it's talking about the face of the stone. Oh, behind it. I promise I'm paying attention. I was like, this isn't a person. Oh, here she is. There's Melandru. Very nice. Okay. Oh, before I leave, there is a POI down here. Let's see if we can avoid the jellyfish's ire. The Royal Forum. The Royal Forum. Brilliant. Okay. Northward we go then, or northwestward, should I say, to make our way on over to this next objective. But yeah, World versus World. Really, really fun. I've had a lot of fun in there. The thing is, though, for the most part, you are following someone with a commander tag, and they will tell you, build catapults, breach the wall, target the boss, etc., etc. And it's, you know, there's not a lot for me to necessarily narrate other than, okay, we're now going to go destroy this. Okay, we're now going to go and do that. It's very relaxed though. And I think a lot of people would enjoy it if they've not yet given World versus World a go. Packed beacon, distress. Packed crew needs assistance. Assist? Where is this crew in distress? Calculating. Packed crew coordinates have been noted on your map. Oh yeah, to the north. Which is pretty much where I'm going for my story quest. Help Explorer Rock and Scholar Roller escape the Plaza of Lost Wisdom ruins. You know what? I'm going to do that before we continue the story quest. Look at the size of this boat wreckage down here. Wow. Okay, let's go inside. I'm doing this because wow, look at that. Plaza of Lost Wisdom. Look at this architecture. Wow. How do I get in then? They're apparently in here somewhere. Oh, they're above me. Are they stuck? Guys, are you okay? It's too dangerous here. Let's stick together and focus on making it out. There's another scholar in there, but I can't click them. I can't click Scholar Rock. Okay, are you guys gonna follow me? Or are you just stuck? I'm guessing they're stuck. The only thing I can think to do to maybe break them free is, hold on, stay in the world. Let me try and bring an enemy over. So if I get this risen sea turtle, if I try and bring them back to the body. Oh, this risen corruptor here might be a better shout. If I can bring one of these enemies over, maybe with Rock and Roller. Rock and Roller. I've now got the name. That's so good. If I can bring enemies down here, maybe they will aggro onto them. And if they aggro onto them, maybe they'll leave the cliff. I don't think so. No, I can't. Oh, there we go! It worked! Whoa! Now please say they won't go back into the rock. They went straight back into the rock. I don't know what to do. I'm trying to save Rock and Roller. God, that's good. I can't believe I didn't clock that sooner. I'm quite embarrassed about that. Never mind. Well, I tried to be a good Samaritan, and I tried to dig a little bit deeper into the lore of this place. The game had other ideas. Never mind. All right, let's go with Temple of the Forgotten God. Sire Al-Rashid, where are you, my love? Where are you? Oh, we're inside the temple now, yeah.
Let's discuss the temple.
Oh, here we go. It is time.
In the name of the Concordat, I greet you, Commander. The way ahead is dark and uncompromising.
Exactly what I'd expect from the ancient temple of a dead god.
Yes, of course. The Risen have already bypassed the wards and breached the temple. We must exterminate them. Be warned. There are dangers here not of the dragon. Powers ancient and unseen still occupy these halls.
Okay.
Lead, Commander. I will follow.
Can I chat with you before I lead? The artifact we seek will be at the top of the temple. We must ascend carefully. I have a question before we proceed. What is this place? This is the ancient temple of Abaddon, built before the gods made war on each other and Abaddon was cast out. There is still potent magic here, so we must tread lightly. So there's something else which was kind of alluded to earlier, but I'll make a further note on it now. In ancient times, the gods made war with one another. The reason for this war is, at the moment, unknown to me. Okay. I have another question. How do we get through all of these closed doors? Abaddon's faithful did so at will, so there must be a way. We simply have to discover it. For every door there is a key, or at least an opening we can exploit. Okay. So here's the very first door. If the followers of Abaddon were able to do something, maybe we can find What a coral shard down here, an Orion crab.
Raise your weapon and fight.
I'm raising my weapon and fighting as hard as I can. Risen sea scorpion. Okay, it's time to spin. I love that my shroud works underwater. That ability is by far my favorite. Pick up ancient cudgel. What does it look like? It's a bit of wood. I thought it might have like Orion markings on it, or you know, something that would denote it as something of a Ra. No, it's a bit of driftwood. Okay, we could go this way, but I also saw that we could just go up. And I thought we were told that we needed to ascend. Maybe she didn't mean it as literally as I took it to be. Risen Hylek, Risen Crate Damos. Okay, I don't think we're meant to be going this way yet, so let's go back down. And we'll go this way through the door which just opened. Which I think to most people would make sense, right? What is this? What is this meant to be? Sire, do you know what this is? Or is this like a respawn point for me? If so, I've never seen it before. I've no idea. Oh, let me say hello in guild chat. Hey. Yeah, I really need to find out if you can get those wings on the black market or gem store, whatever. I'd love to try and pretend to be a Largos. I could easily make a thief right now and do that. What is this obelisk? Is there anything we can do with the obelisk? There is apparently something in this area that we need to do. Can I bring the light over to the obelisk to destroy it? Because on my minimap, it just shows a green circle in this room, and these are the only two things I can see. So let's see. Can I grab the light? No. Time to fight, Commander. I don't know who you want me to fight. There's no one left to fight, sire. Can I destroy this if I attack it next to it? No. Sorry if I'm dealing mental damage to anyone. Coral shard? Throw a coral shard at a foe. I'm sorry, guys, if this is infuriating. I don't know what I'm meant to be doing. I've not got a clue. There's nowhere else for me to go by the looks of it. There's no, like, hole in the ceiling. Maybe now that I've cleared this area, I can go back the way I came. Let's see if now going up is the right answer. So I can come over here. But again, I'm nowhere near that green circle. Which is what I would use to sort of ordain if I'm going the right way or not. And there's no way for me to get out of here either. Unless I can, like, very carefully get on this rock here. No, that isn't going to happen. I'm sorry, guys. What the hell am I doing wrong? All right, let's go back in here. Maybe there was a flag which didn't happen. Do I have the option for interactable items? Show all usable object names. I can't see anything in here that I can interact with. I can't interact with the obelisk in any way. I don't know. I'm so sorry, everyone. I don't really want to be Googling it either. I might ask in the guild chat. Hey guys, a bit stuck on an MSQ mission. I need to investigate the Cathedral of Hidden Depths, but there's nothing in the green circle to do. Future Andy here. After consulting with the guild and frantically exploring the area thrice more, I assumed it must have been bugged out. Lo and behold, it was, as past Andy will now show you. Okay, I don't know how much of that you will have seen, or if future Andy would have recapped it, but from the looks of what people were saying in the guild chat, it bugged out because nothing that was in that room was interactable. I tried multiple times. So let's see.
I am here, Commander. Let us discuss the temple.
Yeah. Okay, let's see if this time something different
In the name of the
happens.
Concordat, I greet you, Commander.
Okay, I will skip this just because we've done it already.
I will follow.
Okay, so we want to go back this way. We want this door to open. And then we fight the enemies inside. And then we deal with whatever sort of stuff appears before us. So we're hoping to be able to interact with one of those things in there. There was a green obelisk. And there was a golden orb.
The Risen have reactivated the temple defenses. It may slow us down.
Yeah, look, temple
However,
orb.
they did find the altar. We can do the same.
Can you believe that? let me tell them in guild. I restarted it, killed the enemies, and all of a sudden things are working. Must have bugged out. Thanks, everyone. Okay, here we go. Temple Orb. All we had to do was restart the event and we got there. Oh, I feel so much better because I really thought I was just missing something really obvious. Never mind. That's my very first time running into a bug like that in the entirety of my time playing this game. The inscription on the shrine reads, "Only those who have completed the test may proceed. Place the proof of your victory here and enter." So I'm guessing that's to do with the obelisk. Yeah, Abaddon Shrine. Perfect. So you guys may not know, but I've been sat here for maybe 15, 20 minutes
A most interesting
trying to figure this out.
What is its purpose?
Let's see. Abaddon Shrine. The shrine features a switch and an inscription. Only the worthy may seek Abaddon. If you would proceed, prepare to be tested. Sure, let's do it. Devoted of the Deeps. Okay, I've begun attacking you even though I can't hit you yet. I'm so sorry. There we go. Spin to win! There we go. Best ability. Absolute best ability. Now, if I can stop getting sucked into that whirlpool, that'd be great. Okay, so are you now going to give me something? My proof of victory? Or are you going to... Okay. Illusory essence. There we go. So if I take this...
With that essence. See if it can be placed somewhere useful.
Lightning Whip, Static Shove, Assault Dash, Energy Surge, and Energy Defense. Well, I'm guessing I don't want to be using any of these. I want to put that on the orb, don't I, to continue. Place the Illusory Essence.
The currents shift. The ocean's flow changes. These shrines and orbs must be how we gain entry.
Okay. Perfect. Amazing. Do you have anything else to say, Sire Al-Rashid? Each door we open and each stair we climb brings us closer to the Altar of Secrets and our goal. I have a question. I'm guessing it's all the same. Yeah, never mind. Okay. Let's go back then, and we'll go through our next doorway to reach the Altar of Secrets. So up here and straight ahead, there are enemies. Are they behind me or are they in front of me? No, they're here. I do feel like Shroud and Ability 4 is such an instant win. So good. Okay, Orion Chest containing an ancient trident. Okay, Temple Orb. The shrine is identical to the previous one with the same inscription. Okay, there is also an ancient elixir. You become invulnerable for 3 seconds. Maybe I want to use this to bypass these risen mines? Let's try. Hey, that actually worked. Look at that. Get in. And once again, spin to win. We're fighting so little in here that one spin is all I will need on occasion. Right. Abaddon Shrine. The shrine is identical to the last one with the same inscription. Okay. And now we're fighting Devoted of Illusions. Is this like an ancient mesmer? Certainly seems like it. Dragging me into the whirlpool once again. Sire Al-Rashid refusing to participate in the battle. There we go. Your respite will be brief. Okay. And then hopefully we get another one of these illusory essences. Yeah, brilliant. And then the mines are back. Can I... No, there's no other liquid in here. I'm guessing I'll have to shoot these from a distance then. So if we try to begin with... static shove? What is the range on the whip? Oh, that's... Okay, that didn't work as I'd wanted it to. Okay. Let's use our brand new tool to the best of our ability. I don't know if this is going to work out. Yeah, we should be fine. We should be fine. They're a little bit tankier than I thought they would be. I daren't enter my my shroud in case it bugs out and the item disappears again. This is great, though. I'm really enjoying this. Hey, we got the mine as well. Okay, so the mines can be destroyed. That's good to know. And then Risen, Crate, Darmos is also dead. Right, so if I'm careful moving forwards, I should be able to destroy these then with the whip. Bit closer. Bit closer. There we go. And then once again on this one. There we go. Perfect. Okay, and then we'll drop down the illusory essence into this orb. Okay, now what door is that going to open then? I'm going to guess we want to go up again? Yeah, it seems like it. And we want to go through there. How do I get in there, though? So I need to be in that room. This way? No, that's the thing we just did. Oh, here maybe. Have these opened? Yeah, there we go. We got it. Risen Sea Scorpion. And we've got a Risen Sea Turtle as well. Okay.
Your respite will be brief.
I love her laugh. I love everything about her. I don't want to get too attached, though, because you know what happens? Every time I start liking a character, they die. It's a bit of a pattern now, isn't it? Between Siren, Apatia, I really don't want to now raise the death flag of Sire as well. That would be the end of me. That would be absolutely devastating. Okay, I'm going to wait a second to regenerate some health. And then charge in. There we go. Okay, now let's go over to the shrine. Oh, a chest. With another ancient cudgel. Which, by the way, I noticed, look, I get the spike on held items as well, which I think is pretty cute. Anyway, Abaddon Shrine. Activate the switch. Who have we got this time? Devoted of Nightmares. Whoa, look at that mask. Okay. Interesting. So I wonder then if Abaddon did serve as some sort of mesmer god as well. Like the gods, mesmers looked to him for maybe guidance. And you know, it makes me wonder about Secrets of the Obscure. Is Abaddon related to that in some way, shape, or form? Risen Acolyte. Okay, I'm just going to run through so I can put this in the pedestal, and then I can go back to attacking with my... Oh, God. As if I got pulled all the way over. There you go. Place that in there. Now I can fight as I want to, and that is with my primary weapon. Didn't even get to pull them in. Never mind. Okay, now what door will that have opened? Oh, I'm up here now. Yes, excellent. Okay, pull you guys in. Do a big attack, and then do some spinning. Amazing. Okay, so this should be getting us pretty close to the end then.
We must be close to the Altar of Secrets.
Can we do both at once, or is that greedy? We're gonna do both at once. Devoted of Secrets. I'm trying to look at their faces. Devoted of Lies. Okay, we've got a thief, and the other one is also a thief. We've got a couple of thieves. Hell yeah. And then we should be able to just completely decimate them once again with the shroud. Yeah, we're done. We're good. Now, I probably shouldn't have done that because I'm imagining the game will now only give me one illusory essence for some reason. I can just imagine it bugging out. Defeating veterans in the ruins of Ore. Defeat 3 veterans in the Straits of Devastation. Amazing. Well, I'm glad I did that. Okay, and then the final illusory essence. Oh, no, sorry. There we go. Now we've got it.
The altar should be in the next chamber. Be cautious.
The altar should be in the next chamber. Okay, sheath the weapon. Let's slow walk it a little bit. Just feel the atmosphere and the tension. Come on, sire. She walks as well! She got the memo! Hey, that's cute. Oh, dear. I'll have to ask in the guild chat shortly. Hey, can you get...
wrong. We must be swift.
Something's wrong. We must be swift. Okay, fine. I'll leave RP walk. What is this? Whoa!
You trespass on the dragon's lands.
Whoa!
You will serve Zhaitan.
Oh,
no, slave creature. We serve our oaths, and those oaths demand your death.
So be it. To death and beyond.
Whoever the spiked shoulder guy is, Mouth of Zhaitan, he looks incredible. Risen General Azuldin? Okay, this might be someone who is important in Guild Wars 1.
Submit to the dragon.
I could see that being the case. The dragon is angry, is he?
The dragon roars in fear. These ancient foundations will not withstand the sound. Escape quickly.
No, I need to get a picture of Abaddon's head. Please. Yeah, okay, we'll jump down. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. I've got to get a picture. One moment. Okay, I've got the picture. We'll get that in a second and put it in the notes. Geronimo! Go. I love that Sire does flee without you. She doesn't wait. She's like, no, we gotta go. We gotta get out of here. Speak with Sire Al-Rashid. With pleasure. With pleasure.
Well fought and well won. Most impressive, my ally.
Thank you, Sire.
It was victory, but we still lost the artifact.
True, but we've made a dragon no fear. That, Commander, is a victory to relish.
Maybe we can still salvage this. What do you know about that creature we faced?
I do not know for certain. What is certain is that you've just encountered two of Zhaitan's most powerful servants, and that they escaped your grasp.
Not for long. I'm reporting to Traherne right away. We'll see if we can't organize a pursuit.
I will also carry this news when I return to be freed from my oath. May your steps be relentless, Hunter.
Thank you, Sire. Exit to the Straits of Devastation. But before we go... No! Before we go, I want to chat with Sire a little bit more. Never mind. Okay, let's get out of here. Let me go and grab that picture I got of Abaddon, and we'll put that underneath him here. Will that hide if I do this? Yeah, perfect. Perfect. Look at him. Look at his face. What a haunting visage. Really cool. Cool. Right. Let's hide that for now then. They're still bugged down here. And I think this person's just noticed it as well. Like they're not moving, which is such a shame because I was looking forward to doing that. Let's go see Traherne then, back at Fort Trinity. And we're going this way? Yeah, this way. There is defend the packed mega lasers and destroy the Orion bone ship. Okay, let's go inside. Temple of the Forgotten God, Part 2. I wonder what that's meant to be. That looks cool. Okay, let's go see Traherne. Can we chat to anyone else?
Friends, but I must speak with the commander. I shall send for the rest of you soon.
That's cool. That I feel important. Everyone's got to leave here. Get out of here. Hey, Traherne, I see you. I'm here. Sire has already reported in. I'd like to hear your account, however. We came up short, but we saw two remarkable creatures. Yes, an eye and a mouth. The eye concerns me more. It always precedes an attack by Zhaitan's horde, so it must become our new priority. Agreed. How do we go about finding and killing it? I have two possible avenues. Either we lure the eye in with irresistible bait, or we comb its territory until we find it. Either way, once we locate it, we destroy it. Tell me more about the direct attack. We flood the eye's territory with scouts and soldiers. As soon as we acquire reliable information about its location, we storm its position and kill it. And the ambush. We have an enchanted Orion mirror that should draw the eye's attention. I'm going to go for the direct attack. Yeah. I'd rather do that in this situation. I think we can't be passive. If we are on the enemy's doorstep, we need to be hammering at the door. I don't think we can allow them to come to us. So, very good. I'll put together a squad and meet you north of Blighted Battleground. I've got some special allies waiting to join us. Special allies, you say? Select your reward. I'll go for the ruby orb. Thank you very much. And then I'll crack these open. Did we get anything good? We got a crystal lodestone. I apparently don't have any of those at the minute. Okay. We will salvage, we will deposit, we will compact, and we will move on. Oh, I got these as well. Use all. Lovely. Deposit, deposit, deposit. Okay, nice. Let's leave. Oh, I probably should have spoken with him again. Can I go back in? Would you like to continue to care of our... Let's see. Maybe I can chat with him again. Is he still in here? He is. Okay, good, 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 good. Let's go chat with him. I want to see what he says about this upcoming mission. Salutations. My apologies for being so brief. There is much that must be done yet. I didn't even see we've got this battle plan down here as well. That's cute, isn't it? Look at that. That's really cool. They got Siren watching over. Got a couple cats over here. Leo, Maddie, and Harley. Can I chat with you guys? I can talk to you and then you... Oh, you roll over on your... Oh, that's so cute. That's so cute. Anyone else in here who might be able to lend me their ear? Nah, everyone's busy. Understandable. Oh, look at this. Presumably this is, you know, a friendly bout. And they're not actually trying to kill each other. Right, let's leave. Let's go and find this blighted battleground. Where is this going to be on the map? Oh, it's just south of here. And annoyingly, it's contested. So what I will do then is we'll transport ourselves down to Wayward Waypoint. Great name. I'll try and grab this POI and this POI on the way. Yeah, makes sense. Let's give that a go. Let's give it a shot. Right. Oh, there's a chest over there and presumably a statue of Balthazar. I think that's Balthazar. With the wolves? Yeah, I think that's Balthazar. Anyway, okay, let's go this way and go around the edge, I guess. Because I can't go directly north from here. Yeah. I'm glad this place feels inhospitable. It reminds me a lot of... And it's coincidental that it's also an undead-ridden area. It reminds me of going to Icecrown in the World of Warcraft for the first time. Because it was just completely devoid of life. It was just undead as far as the eye could see. And that felt good. It feels, you know, as oppressive as it is, it's nice to know that the enemy forces are actually threatening. It's not like one outpost of, oh, veteran risen wraith. Look at that in there. Sorry, yeah, it's good to know that it isn't just one encampment of enemies that apparently are this world-ending threat. It's like, oh yeah, cool. I can see that they are a force which we can't really contend with. And to make it feel more like an actual battle, one of attrition and one of genuine warfare. Okay, if we go over here, this should bring us inside. Here we go. Close the eye. Wow, is that what Or would have looked like? The city of Ara? Sharshu! No way is Sharshu here!
The eye, it sees me. It sees all.
Oh my god.
We're ready to begin, Commander. Our scouts put the Eye of Zhaitan just past this courtyard. I've arranged for some operatives to join the effort. Old friends of yours, I believe.
Cool.
Oh!
Quagan is glad to see you again. You were right about the need to join the fight. Now it's time to repay you for saving Quagans.
Foo on Big Eye.
Boo on Big Eye.
You show Quagans where to go and who to fight. Quagans will do it.
We need to spread out and move quickly, but keep each other in sight. I don't want... Hang on. What is that Sylvari doing here?
Sylvari?
You think you're ready to face the Eye? You have no idea. None! We're all doomed. All of us. No more.
Boo on all corruption and evil. This place makes Quaggan angry. Okay. We're going in! Okay, let's try and pull them all in. AoE them down as best we can. I am not allowing Shashu to meet their end here. That is so cool that they bring back Shashu. That has me so excited for the future and how many of these characters I've interacted with, whether they'll come back in the future and be important. That is really, really cool. Okay, I feel like, is this the right way? Yeah, around here and then to the right. I see, I see. Well, I'll clear as much as I can. I don't know if we're going to be able to free this Sylvari of her torment, her emotional anguish. Hello? Mad prisoner, can I help you? Hopefully. Let's have a look.
The Eye, it sees me. It sees into my mind, into my dream. There's no escape.
Be calm. We're here to help. We won't let the Eye anywhere near you.
But the Eye is everywhere. It goes where it will, when it will. It looks, Zhaitan sees.
We can still save her. We can take her back to Fort Trinity as soon as our mission is complete. Hurry. Our allies are waiting.
I fear doing that.
You think you're ready to face the Eye? You have no idea. None! We're all doomed. All of us.
Not that I think we should kill her, but I'm worried that maybe she has been implanted with some sort of Zhaitan Elder Dragon influence that will corrupt her or transform her. As if like a seed has been burrowed within her soul and it will erupt the moment that she's taken back to Fort Trinity. Like that really does feel like bad news is coming soon. Okay, we're going through here. Will this open for me if I approach? Absolutely not. But I'm guessing Traherne will do something when he gets closer.
Well done.
Well done. Another vile act Zhaitan will answer for. It couldn't corrupt her, so it drove her mad. I pray the Mother Tree can help this poor wretch. Yeah, we know that so far that's been the case. But what if this is different? That's my fear. That's my concern.
Quaggan's pleased to see you.
Okay, this is where the game wants me to come. And chatting with people doesn't change anything. Where's Shashu? Guard. Where's Shashu gone? Shashu? I think, oh god, I think Shashu may have. Vigil Crusader, Priory Arcanist. Okay, let's try and, yeah, okay, let's deal with these guys. And then maybe that will allow me to continue the story. Maybe them being dead is a problem. I've no idea where Shashu is, though. Shashu appears to have gone AWOL. Which is not good. There's one. Here comes number two. Yeah, still no sign of Shashu. Let's just run up here and see if Shashu, for whatever reason, is stuck over here. Again, I've not really had any problems with the main story quest instances being bugged before, but this feels like it might be another potential bug, where for some reason we just cannot continue and Shashu has disappeared into the ether. I'm fully expecting them just to reappear out of thin air any moment now. And I know this isn't where I'm meant to be to continue, but when I was down there a second ago, nothing happened. Yeah, Shashu still isn't down there. I'll check the map in a second. Maybe, again, Shashu is in another area, unconscious. Let's have a look. Yeah, there's no downed icon to say that Shashu is around here. Just going to quickly run into here to get the POI, get the conservatory POI. Risen Seneschal Ilam? Who are you? Hold on. Let me come kill you. Risen Seneschal Ilam. Wow. Okay, they've got a custom model. They look sick. Now, I should be careful here because I am running out of health. I'm not really giving them the correct... Oh, there we go. Take the Seneschal's key staff to Traherne. Right, okay. So this is what we needed to do. But still, no Shashu. No idea what's happened there. No idea what's happened there. Risen Noble. Can I use this? Soul Link. Shoot a beam at your foe. Inflicting vulnerability and gaining life force. Grasping Darkness, which is of course a move on my my Reaper. Drain again. And then kill. Yeah, let's just jump down. Let's jump down and see if we can figure out what's going on here. I'm still so confused about Shashu's location. But maybe giving this to Traherne will do something? Oh, I've left them all to die, haven't I? Oh, God. Hold on. One moment while I make my way back up there to save them. Oh, that'll be fine. Okay, Traherne. Can you do something with this key stuff?
Of course. The gate is also sealed magically.
There we go.
This will take time. Protect me while I work. Watch those tentacles up on the ridge. They're going to slam us hard.
Tentacles up on the... I see them. I see them. I'll go get those in a second. Let me try and save you first, Traherne. If I deal with these enemies here, then I can run up there and deal with those. Yeah, here we go. So on my way up, I'm going to try and kill as many of these as possible. There's one. The guards are all alive. Let's come up here. Bone Tendril. One down, and there's another. So that should be all of the tendrils. Are there any more risen which have spawned? No, not that I can see. Still, we've got the guards. My friend is nowhere to be seen. Okay, we have lost one guard. I'll revive them in a sec. Okay, let's do a big spin. Very good. Look at that staff, by the way. Cool texture. There we go. Defend Traherne while he opens the gate. Okay,
I'm making progress. Not much longer now.
Okay, Traherne, yeah, we're just chilling. We're... Take your time. Take your time. So, guys, you come here often? What brings you to Orr? I do feel like I want to go back. I'm getting pissed off with saying the name Shashu, but I'm so thrown as to where they've just disappeared to and why there is no resurrection icon on the map, which would maybe lead me to believe they've been knocked out in another room somewhere, or they're just stuck on a piece of terrain. Has that guard changed form? Yeah, both of these guards are... I did not know. I have a picture of an anglerfish variant of the Quagan. I didn't realize that was a sort of form they could shapeshift into on a whim.
Now to face the eye.
I will not lose.
I will not lose? Yeah, I hate to say it, buddy, but I think you're about to lose. Yeah, this is not going to go well for you. Eye of Zhaitan. Okay, let's see how this goes, guys. It's dead. We got him. We got him.
Well done, Commander.
Thank you, Traherne.
Now we have something for the researchers back at Fort Trinity to study. This Eye's corpse should tell us more about Zhaitan's servants and how he communicates with them.
Then the risk was worth the reward. If we learn how Zhaitan controls his minions, we can disrupt that control to our advantage.
Let's take it back to Fort Trinity. And that poor woman, too. She needs all the help we can provide.
Awesome. Carrion Darksteel Axe, Rampage's Darksteel. I don't have the dagger skin, so we'll go for the dagger. Man, again. My friend is not here. No, to show you my my notes. If I go to Quaggan. Yeah, look. Anglerfish variety. So they can apparently transform themselves into this version on a whim. That is really cool. I just thought it was just, I don't know, like a subspecies of Quaggan. We've got these like orca-esque Quaggan, right? Like these whales. And then you've got these anglerfish variety. And maybe as we traversed the world of Tyria, maybe in other far-flung corners, we would encounter other subspecies and variants of the Quaggan race. You know, like some sort of shark variety would be cool. Anyway, I guess I should make a note and say anglerfish variety. We saw Quaggan transform into this subspecies / transformed version during our battles in Ore. Okay, any dialogue with the lovely Trahearne?
I'm pleased you're here.
This is as hospitable as Ore gets, Commander, and most of it is much worse. I'm glad you're here to help me face it. Of course I am. Ignore the fact that all of these people are dead. I'm sure they'll be fine. Okay, let's leave. I've just now realized, sorry, looking at that bottom bar, there are no renown hearts here. That makes sense. Is the same true of the other areas? Yeah. Yeah, look at that. Oh, there's some in Siren's Landing, though. There's some over there. 5. Cool. Right, let's teleport back to Fort Trinity, and we will hand this in. So this way. Okay. Is it this way, or do I need to go down? Is it on the other side of this? I'm hoping so. Yeah, we're good. We're good. We're good. Yeah. So far, this is maybe, aside from the bugged quest earlier, some of the most fun I've had doing the MSQ. This is brilliant. Really, really fun. All right, let's go in. Oh, is that our first glimpse, maybe, of Zhaitan himself?
Please, Commander. I'd like to speak with you.
Of course.
The pale tree guides you.
A magnificent view, and a reminder of what the Pact is fighting for. I believe our experiment is about ready. What a magnificent view. Let's go soak it in, shall we? We'll hide the UI. Wow. It's so dreary and overcast. If it were a bright summer's day, maybe I'd be more inclined to fight on behalf of this place. Trahearne, chat with me. Oh, actually, wait, is there anyone in here I can chat with first? I can see there's a couple of us here.
Are you well?
I am well. Lead the way, Marshal.
These airships are the Pact's crowning achievement. A combination of Asura, Char, and human technology. The Pact developed these airships so that we might fight Zhaitan from every possible angle. Land, sea, and now air.
Makes sense. Okay, Scholar Vivian. There's the Eye of Zhaitan, Professor Gore. Okay, let's chat with the NPCs first. Scholar Vivian.
Knowledge is the greatest treasure.
Welcome, Commander. Sorry if I seem overwhelmed. I thought I was an expert at this sort of experiment, but Gore's machinery and its applications are mind-boggling. What's your role in the Pact? My job is to help learn all we can about Zhaitan and its risen minions. I garnered a great deal of applicable experience as a Priory scholar in the Shiver Peaks, and now here I am. Trahearne must be thrilled to have someone like you to confer with. I hope so. He's a hard one to read, and I do know that I'm delighted to have access to his knowledge of and experiences in Ore. How will this test work? If I understand Gore's equipment, we're going to bombard the eye with a specific wavelength of thaumic energy to trigger a projective response. Okay, what does that mean? Sorry, we're going to turn the eye into a projector so we can see what it saw and establish a definitive link between it and Zhaitan. How can I help? Gore operates the machinery, I monitor the readings, and Traherne oversees it all. Your job is to deal with the dangerous surprises that invariably accompany this sort of work. Okay. I'm here mostly to observe and supervise. If you have questions about the test, Professor Gore and Scholar Vivian should be able to help. And I don't think there's anyone else in here. Double checking. Yeah, no one's stowed away downstairs. Okay, Professor Gore. Let's have a chat. I love this backdrop, by the way, of this conversation.
Commander, may I present Professor Gore, who pioneered the theory of elder dragons consuming magic, and Scholar Vivian, a top expert on the Risen. We're going to send a small etheric charge through the eye of Zhaitan's corpse to try and project what it's seen. The goal is to witness what it saw right before we killed it. And since Orion magic is so unpredictable, you're here to keep things under control.
I can do that.
Ah, but unpredictability yields unexpected results. That's not always a bad thing. In fact, that's how most new discoveries are made.
True, but most new discoveries don't bring the wrath of Zhaitan down on their discoverers. Manipulating the dead eye may do precisely that.
We don't know what manipulating the dead eye will do. That's why we're not in Fort Trinity, and why the commander's with us. Let's begin.
Okay.
The subject is nearly ready to receive the etheric infusion, Marshal.
I would also argue that maybe doing it on an airship,
Etheric readings normal.
where we could destroy it in the process, is also not that great.
Activate the etheric infuser on my mark.
I'm just the hired muscle.
2, 1, activate. All readings are within acceptable parameters. Subject is stable. It's working.
Confirmed. The projector beam is now ready for firing. Commander, if you'll do the honors.
Sure. Yeah, okay. Let me just get a quick close-up of the eye. God, that is unsettling, isn't it? Hugely unsettling. Okay, control panel. Let's do this thing. Oh. Testing parameters are set. System is operative. Start test.
The
View the
apparatus
results.
is functioning. How will we know when we have usable results?
We should see something any moment now. Look! There! There's our result!
Where? Oh! Risen human, okay. I wonder if I'll have to fight them, if they'll become corporeal.
Working. We're seeing the last sights the eye saw before it died.
Okay.
Soldiers! Where are they marching to, and why?
Will there be anything else which appears? Have disappeared? Oh.
Is that some kind of undead servant? What's it carrying?
A chest. Presumably the artifact
like
that we didn't
scout
get.
Of some kind. Filthy-looking creature.
Filthy-looking creature. Opening the chest. Leaving the chest, okay. There's the mouth, which we killed.
Did you see that? Zhaitan's agent just consumed a powerful magical artifact.
I saw it, Professor. Your theory is now a confirmed fact. But what was that creature?
Let's finish testing before we interpret our results.
Marshal Traherne! Look there, another eye. What does it mean?
I'm not sure. Commander, to the front. Something's not right.
Oh! Oh no! What? Oh my goodness! Holy crap! Well, we knew something was gonna happen.
What was that? That roar and that other eye, it looked at us, through us. And Zhaitan must see what it sees.
We're not done yet, nor are we out of danger. Commander, to me.
I'm here, sir. Another eye, and by proxy, Zhaitan itself. I can feel its presence. The dragon knows what we're doing and will send more of its minions to stop us. So can I. It's like a greasy, tingling fog on my skin. Zhaitan's minions are here. They expect to remain undetectable, but I can reveal them. You can do that? Absolutely. I can feel the invisible invaders all around us. Stand ready. When my magic exposes them, they will most likely attack.
Now to strip away the veil that hides Zhaitan's minions. Stand ready. There's
I'm
no
ready.
way to know how many we'll face, but we cannot risk taking any along with us.
Of course. Okay, here they are. Risen Wraith.
Zhaitan.
I will fight them with my sword, of course, as best I can. If they were to stack up, that'd be great, so I could cleave into them. But I'll take whatever I can get.
Look out!
Nice.
There are more of those things.
Where? There. Okay. Makes sense. Come over here. I love my this ability, Grasping Darkness, but sometimes I find it gets stuck in terrain and just doesn't work. I know a couple people mentioned I don't use it often. If I'm soloing, I try to use it every fight to apply chills. But in certain situations where I'm like in a narrow room or narrow corridor, I find it just whiffs more often than not, and that's slightly frustrating. Not a deal breaker though. There we go. One more remains. Nice. Very good.
I sense no more of the Risen. I think we're clear. Our findings deserve serious scrutiny, but I'd like to hear your initial reactions.
I think we now have conclusive proof that the dragon sees through these eyes. The readings, the ebb and flow of magical energy, it all fits.
If these eyes are how Zhaitan sees, maybe that all-mouth creature is how Zhaitan eats.
I concur. Zhaitan's agents serve as extensions of its body, acting on its will. The eyes survey, the mouth consumes.
Yep.
That answers many questions raised by my theory, actually. Now we know how the dragon hunts and eats. That's progress.
That is progress.
We can't let up. If killing the eye partially blinded Zhaitan, then killing the mouth should deprive it of sustenance. Pack scouts have traced one of the mouths to its lair. I want you to head out there and ensure that Zhaitan starts going hungry.
It would be my pleasure. Okay, before we go though, can I chat with my friends? Gore, I hate to say it, but I'm getting used to these life-threatening experiments. Redundancy trials and academic calculations are going to seem tame after this. And what about Scholar Vivian? Studying the Risen is my role in the Pact, but how do you deal with such horrors every day without going mad? I manage. Did we get what we needed here? Yes, that is to say our preliminary conclusions are promising. A detailed study should yield even more breakthroughs. Outstanding. And then
What's on your mind?
We've dealt with the eye, now it's the mouth's turn. We've identified an Orion manor that's receiving shipments of powerful magical items on a regular basis. It's called Kitar Mance, or Kitar Mance. Is that the only target? Yes, but there are two ways to attack it. We can strike at the mouth in its lair, or we can prevent its food from being delivered. Oh, we've got to go to the lair. Is one method riskier than the other? Stopping the food supply is safer but less certain. Attacking it directly is more dangerous but more certain. Let's go and attack it directly. 100%. Very well. I'll have Explorer Hekjar muster a squad and meet you at Kitar Mance. Good luck, Commander. Thank you. Thank you very much, Trahan. Any item here that I don't have the skin of? No, no, and no. All right, we'll just take one at random. I will go into here and salvage. We got an ectoplasm. And then I will open all of these. And then we'll salvage all of this too. And see if we get any goodies. Probably not. Probably not. Hey, we got a couple more rares. Wasn't expecting that. Hey, and a couple more ectoplasm. Brilliant. And a symbol of pain, which I think do sell relatively well. 8 silver? Yeah. It's money, isn't it, at the end of the day? Okay. Let's double check with him again. I'm glad you're on this, Commander. I'm sure this is the path that will lead to Zhaitan's destruction. I could not agree more, Trahan. I could not agree more. So yeah, if we're able to starve Zhaitan, maybe that will then cause him to attack us head on. Because if we can blind him, you know, via the use of... well, via the death of these eyes, and if we can then, prevent him from being able to consume any more energy, he will be left with no other option than to strike us directly, and hopefully in a weakened state, so we can go in there and finish the job. Very curious to see just how big he is. But considering how big Tocatl is, and that is just like a minion of Zhaitan. Okay, let's grab these diving goggles. Jump on in. I am aware that there is an achievement which awards you a mastery point for doing all of the diving goggles across the world. I've been trying to do them whenever I see them. I did forget to do that one in that tower, didn't I? I'll go back there and get it again. So let's have a look. Where am I going? Oh, we're getting to go to a new zone, which I have been to before. We've been to Malkor's Leap once before, and that was just to go get the mastery point. So, yeah. While it technically isn't a new zone, in reality it is, because I don't really feel like I spent much time here. Magister Parga. What do you sell? Parga's breastplate. Oh, these are all brand new to me. Lost Orient jewelry box as well. An exotic jewelry box. What does this look like then? Parga's garb? That's the light armor. I don't hate it. I don't think it necessarily fits with what I'm trying to do. We've got a dark Templar breastplate. Oh, that's really nice. I love the chain going down the arms. Yeah, I like that. And then finally, Parga's coat. That might be my favorite. I really quite like that. I'm not going to buy anything yet, though. Mainly because I am trying my best to hoard up my karma to buy as many obsidian shards as possible. So, yeah, I'll leave that be for now. What I might do, actually, is very quickly go and grab a drink. So I might pause this recording and then be back in just a minute, where we will then make our way on over to Estate of Decay. It's good. It's a good name. Estate of Decay. That's good. I like that. Right, let's come in here. We'll hide in the corner, and I'll be back momentarily with more MSQ. And we're back. I may have forgotten to have recorded on the brief run over, so all you've missed out on is me running from here, as you can see by the dotted line, to here. I looked up at OBS and realized I hadn't hit record again. So, hello. Right, so let's go and see what awaits us within the Estate of Decay. And this rather heroic looking figure on the left-hand side here. Right.
So much of this. Let's just storm the place, kill everyone we find, and raze it to the ground.
Nice plan, Bloody. But the Pact conducts itself with more style than your frothy brain can handle.
Oh no.
Keep it down, you louts. Keep your interlegion bickering to a minimum.
Whoa, now that's sneaky. After we beat Zhaitan, how about you come train with the Ash Legion?
See this snarl? That's what comes from being second-rate.
Pipe down. We've got rough work ahead of us. Scout detail, form up.
I love that we could see Zri in the stealth there. That was cute. Right, explore. Before I chat with you, let's chat with these guys. Galena Edgecrusher, you're the commander. We need your input. Someone has to take charge of these scouts who'd rather fret than fight. If you're the brass we've been waiting for, tell that bossy Norn to get the lead out. Scouting shouldn't be this complicated. And Agent Zri. Hello, Commander. Sick of ore yet? Yes, but I'm not leaving until we do what we came to do. Okay. Explorer Hector, let's chat. Here we go.
Ready to move on your orders, Commander. We've confirmed large numbers of artifacts in transit to this location. The Priory's readings for the Manse are off the scale. If the mouth eats powerful magic, this place is a Winter's Day feast.
All right. I want you to lead a scouting party into the Manse. Reconnaissance only. We need more information before we move in.
Okay.
Understood. We'll be in and out before they even know we're there.
Awesome. Okay, defend the perimeter while Hector investigates and scouts it out. Makes sense to me. Kitar Manse. Oh, but I can't go in because I'm defending the perimeter.
You're bored yet?
I even read it out loud.
I'm bored. We sit here while that bossy Norn has all the fun. 10 gold says I can take down that ugly chicken with one shot.
You just don't get patience, do you? But since you asked, 10 gold says you can't.
10 gold says you can't? Risen chicken? Oh, she missed!
That's the most resilient chicken.
There's a bull!
Ever.
Wait!
Whoa,
Wait!
at us.
You've alerted them with your failed gunshot. Okay, risen bulls. We've got risen chickens over here and even more risen bulls. They explode, so keep your distance.
Slaughter, mayhem, and a mountain of corpses. That's how we do it.
For once we agree. Keep them coming, Zhaitan. We got plenty of blades left.
I can't decide if you two are inspiring or terrifying.
I think they can be both. I'm slightly concerned about the texture on this blade constantly glitching.
Now
Makes it look like a chainsaw.
That Norn's been gone for too long.
Right. Listen up, everyone. Our scouting expert here says we've waited long enough. Operation Sit on Our Furry Behinds is over. We're going in. Form up on the commander.
That's me!
Oh, good. I love this part. Stealth is fun, but stealth kills are sublime.
Couldn't agree more.
Fascinating.
Those Char are going to give us away. I expect it from Galena. She's a Blood Legion roughneck. Snarl's from Ash, though. I thought they understood sneaky. Let's see what they say. Galena?
You want something?
Snarl and I are veterans at this sort of thing, so we've got our end of this mission covered. Don't tell him I said that, though. He'll take it as a compliment. And Snarl says, burn this. I should be in charge of the scouting party, not standing out here listening to that hammerhead Galena. Aw, and Galena paid you a compliment, Snarl. How could you? All right, let's go inside. Can we find Hector?
Welcome, one and all, to my humble manor. Come in, come in. Please forgive my meager accommodations.
What is this?
But fear not.
What's it?
My servants will attend to your every need. A toast to you, honored guests. Eat, drink, and join me in my salon for lively conversation.
Okay.
I don't like this. Let's find a way out of here before things get any weirder.
I love this. What do you mean? This is great. Okay, can I chat to the servant? We sincerely hope you enjoy your stay in Kitar Manse. Lord Kitar welcomes you and has instructed us to see to your every need. What's going on here? Who is Lord Kitar? His lordship is a devoted servant of Lyssa. It is said that the goddess herself once visited the manse. May she grace us with her presence again in these dark times. If you say so, what else can you tell me about the manse? We sincerely hope you enjoy your stay in Kitar Manse. Lord Kitar welcomes you and has instructed us to see to your every need. You already said that. His lordship is a devoted servant of Lyssa. Okay, so it's just cycling. Okay. Did the other servants say the exact same thing? I've heard this before. You already said that. Okay, so nothing new. Nothing new from any of them. That doesn't surprise me. Okay. Do these guys have any further dialogue? What just happened? This isn't making sense. Is this some sort of trick? The door won't budge. I didn't mean to click that.
Salutations.
At the risk of stating the obvious, something's not right here. Servants, fancy dress, and toasts? Where did that doorway take us? Are we still in awe?
Keep your voice down.
Well, now we know where Hector went. Never knew a Norn who could turn down a party, but seriously, what's going on in here? What am I looking at? Not sure yet, but we're going to find out. Okay, well, let's follow the way he went. My guess is one of these magical artifacts.
When Zhaitan speaks, the world trembles.
We're under attack. Ears up. Something's hunting us.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Service. And I thought the service was bad at the
Oh, holy shit! Oh, this is reminding me a lot of like Sheogorath from the Elder Scrolls. And the missions you did in the Shivering Isles. This is awesome. This is really cool. Okay, presumably now we can continue on. Oh no, there's another servant. There we go. Maybe now we can go.
Yes. So I said, a light meal, some light conversation. Why do you need such heavy armor, my dear? Look, it's your friends. Lady Hector, you simply must introduce us to your companions. I do hope my servants were accommodating. Sometimes it's difficult to keep the lower orders in line. Hector, my dear, entertain our guests while I attend to the kitchen staff.
Holding Hector prisoner.
Please don't
Let's get him.
Hopefully we get... She's killing her.
Everything is prey for the dragon. Surrender. Accept
We're
your
on your
fate.
side.
Well, the pack has been thinned even more so.
Where'd she go?
Oh, God.
Never mind. Kill these
Yeah, more
guys.
undead. Who could have seen this coming? Who could have seen this coming? There we go. Moving on. Even more nobles around here. And dead. Nearly.
She's
There we go.
lost to us. We need to focus on finding them out. Find the door and we can
Splendid!
go.
You have all proven to be quite the entertaining diversion.
Now, let us
Are you going to be the mouth?
entertain you.
No. Whoa! Look at him! Holy shit!
Die.
Is Hector actually dead? There's no way.
Hector was a good scout. They'll pay for taking her.
She deserved better than this. Hector was a pill, but she was our pill. Let's tear this place down.
Something
I'm
I've got to...
waiting below. Face me if you dare.
I'll be down there soon. Something which I've got to give them credit for is they're so unafraid of killing characters. Yeah, we haven't necessarily had a main character death. It would blow my mind if Logan just died, for example, or really any of Destiny's Edge. I think, like, to me, much in the same way the Scions in 14 have this sort of plot armor, I would be very surprised if they were to do something like that now in the game. But there's such a compelling cast of characters that aren't those primary few that they're just very happy to kill. And it isn't always going to be the best. Like, I don't attribute death to good writing. Like, you've got to actually do it well. And so far, I think Guild Wars 2 is doing it very well. There he is. And there's the chest.
I sustain Zhaitan, and Zhaitan makes me strong.
Well, okay, kill the courier. Don't let him get out of here. Because if not, he's going to go get more relics and who knows what else. There we go. Get out of here. Right, now let's go and deal with the mouth. Now,
another meal for my master.
Another meal for my master. Yeah, okay. We'll see how well this goes. So heal up. Elite ability. I'm being stunned by God knows what.
There's nothing for me to hit. Fall back and use ranged weapons.
Fall back and use ranged? Well, what if I just spin instead? Dodging. Okay, in that case, yeah, I'll go to ranged. I'll go to ranged because I'm very nearly dead. Okay, even trying to use these... Oh, should I be dealing with the guards? That's probably a more sensible thing, isn't it? Yeah, there we go. And then maybe when they're dead, we can go in for melee. I'm not a smart man, it would seem. Okay, let's go for a spin. That'll finish them off and then hopefully kill him. There we go.
I've always wanted to punch a dragon in the mouth.
Now your dream has come. Wait, did you feel that?
The ceiling!
That. This whole place is
We need to get out! Come on!
Or we'll be celebrating in the mists.
Come on, you're standing inside the AoE. Let's get out of here. Hector is dead. That was yeah, it was good because it was just different. Instead of it being go in and kill these people, I mean, it was that still, but having that added bit of mystery and confusion by the existence of Mance and this ball that he was throwing, that was interesting. That was good. All right, let's go. The door won't budge. Hopefully, when you guys get here, you can open the door for me because I apparently don't know what I'm doing. Can Galena do it?
Door's still shut tight. Come on, Zri. It's demolition time.
Come on, Zri.
Why didn't you ask me sooner? By the time I set the charges, it'll be too late.
Move aside, then. All that door needs is a dose of my shoulder.
Nah, no way. Okay. Touche. Oh, oh my god, I thought one of them got, like, killed. Like, the door closed on them or something. Bloody hell. Oh. There you go. We made out just in time.
Oh, that was no earthquake. That was Zhaitan's roar. We made a dragon mad enough to throw a tantrum. Must be hungry, the poor little lizard.
The poor little lizard.
Now he knows we mean business. Nice work on that door, by the way. Who knew your hard head doubled as a battering ram?
Careful, Snarl. You keep up with the compliments and our commanding officers will assign us to permanent duty together.
Enough chatter. We suffered too many losses today. I should have sent a larger scouting party.
I disagree, Commander. You made the right call. You could have sent in all your scouts, and that Mesmer dandy would have taken them all.
Exactly what I was going to say.
Come on, Marshal Traherne's waiting back at Fort Trinity. The mission was a success. Let's go tell him so.
I'd agree. I'd agree. Yeah, we lost some good people, but we could have lost even more good people.
What do you want?
Hector wasn't so bad. I was tough on her, but that's just professional courtesy. I'll make sure she's remembered as an Ash-worthy scout. Thanks, Snarl.
For Blood Legion.
I never had use for scouts, but Hector deserved better than this. Still, a victory's a victory, right, Commander? Right. I'm gonna need a lot more of them before Zhaitan falls. Where is my Asura friend? Has she disappeared? Am I being completely oblivious? Galena... Where is she? Is she back here somewhere? Yeah, Zri is gone. I would have loved to have spoken with Zri. Yeah, alright, let's go. Love that artwork. I think I'll say it every time we load into Malkor's Leap. Just looks so good. Explorer Trinia.
Study the past to survive the future.
Study the past to survive the future. Makes
Your
sense.
attention, please.
Yes, what's up? Yeah. I calibrated this etherometer, there we go, to pick up emanations of etheric energy. Now, we can find Orion relics before Zhaitan does. This is odd. The signals seem especially strong over there. Do you have any supplies to trade? Ooh, shelter leggings. What do these look like?
Your attention, please.
Oh, that looks so good. That would go really well with the Dark Templar. Well, it's the same set, but that would look really good with the Dark Templar set I saw earlier. These are the light leg guards. Oh, the skulls going down them. I don't like how they hang. Otherwise, that could have been interesting. And then the leather armor. It's cool. Orion pottery shard, shelter focus, glyphic. Yeah, cool. Right. We've got the POI. There's Vigil Crusaders fighting. Can I read these history scrolls? There are 2 scrolls in the pile. One is a merchant's travel journal entitled Everyday Magic and Ore, and the other a research paper with the heading Signets. Okay, Everyday Magic and Ore. My early career as a merchant began in Foible's Fair in southern Ascalon. Imagine my shock at my first encounter with the enchanted markets of Ren. Fishmongers display live catch and watery orbs above their tents. Porters enhance their strength with spells, routinely carrying loads that would cripple a pack bull. The finest silks ripple in the air, showing their quality. Songs play themselves on golden lyres. Parents project their voices. I thought it was going to say protect. Project their voices across the square to find the ear of a wayward child. Yet the real oddity is just how normal all of this seems to them. It makes me ponder, how did magic become so common, so everyday? In Ascalon, we apply magic only to things of import, when ordinary means cannot succeed. For the Orions, magic is like any other tool, to be used at whim and with little concern. I worry at what this means for Ore. Such great feats with so little caution. Surely, even in the land of the gods, there must be a cost. I love that imagery of a fishmonger having these large bubbles of water above them with fish swimming around in there. Oh, can I get a fresh cod, please? And he just like reaches his hand into this watery orb and pulls out a live fish to then sell to someone. I love that. Signets. The gods in their wisdom dispersed their magic throughout Tyria. Magic was dissipated so that none might be too tempted by its power. We know that we can draw and contain magic through intense study and the use of certain materials, signets, and also with the blessing of the Six. Have the Orient people simply internalized these lessons? Is the land there so magical that all are born with the ability to use magic without the need for education? My theory will require more research. Now, do each of these have different books? They do. These scrolls are part of a larger work entitled The Guild Wars. Read the Third Guild War. Okay, hold on. This is going to be important. Where are my notes? There they are, up here.
Attention, please.
The Third Guild War. And of course, for now, I'll just be snipping. But in the future, we will make more thorough notes out of these. So, where is my snipping tool? There it is. Okay, the Third Guild War began in 1013 AE in Ascalon and Krita. Records state that public opinion began to go against their leaders, believing the guilds to be stronger than their local governments. Okay, next. The nation of Or, however, believed itself favored of the gods. The Oriens stayed neutral in the face of the larger war. Okay. So I'm pasting all of these into the document. Oh, you weren't meant to see it. I wanted you to be able to see the game. Okay. Keep reading. But Ascalon and Krita brought their war to that nation. Or rose to defend itself, escalating the conflict and resulting in casualties that eclipsed those of the previous two guild wars combined. In time, the Char sought to take advantage of the infighting amongst the human nations and launched an assault of their own against their distracted foes. Okay. 57 years later, a tragic series of events and the unleashing of dark magic led to the war's end and the devastation of Or. The nation was lost to the sea along with most of its populace. Right, so this goes back to what we know of the Lost Scrolls. That the Lost Scrolls were used to defeat the invading Char. This also goes back, coincidentally, to what I saw earlier in my time in Ebonhawk. So if I go back for a moment... Can you shush? No offense. I'm trying to talk. I'm moving away from you. Sorry. Right, so if I go back to what I was reading over here of Logan, the year... Is there anything we can glean from this? 1091 to 1106. Does that match up with this? No. But kind of? It would have transpired during their lifetime. So the Third Guild War began in 1013 AE in Ascalon and Krita. And then I can put at the bottom here, Or was lost once the Vizier used the Lost Scrolls to defeat the invading Char. This caused Or to fall into the ocean. Never, or not to be seen again until Zhaitan arose, which was in the year, if we go back to the Elder Dragon tab, 1219 AE. So if we go back down here, until Zhaitan arose in 1219 AE. So 57 years after, so in the year, 57 years late would be 1070 AE. In the year 1070 AE, Or was lost once the Vizier used the Lost Scrolls to defeat the invading Char. Okay. So we're slowly but surely building and weaving this tapestry. What is this one? The Sinking of Or. Okay. At the height of the Third Guild War, the Char Flame Shamans led a massive offensive against the three human nations of Tyria, Krita, and Or. Their flame cauldrons decimated Ascalon in the searing. Hold on. I wasn't making notes of these, so I feel like I probably should. Let me... I know this is a bit of a deviation from what we should be doing, and that's the main quest, but this is, to me, incredibly exciting. So, how exactly should I log this? Should this be under the 3rd Guild War? Yeah, I'll put it down here. Okay, let me read and I'll be making the notes while we play. So, at the height of the 3rd Guild War, the Char Flame Shamans, aka the Fla Shamans, led a massive offensive against the 3 human nations of Tyria, Ascalon, Kryta, and Or. Keep reading. Their flame cauldrons decimated Ascalon in the searing. And I feel like I've read of the searing. Just give me a second. I didn't take a picture of all of the tombstones. There was definitely a tombstone in Ebonhawk that mentioned the searing. And it's none of these. Okay. Never mind. Okay, back to the game. So, continue reading. In panic, Vizier Kilbron searched forbidden texts and discovered a scroll that had been hidden away by the 6 gods. He stole it from Ara, taking it to his tower, and there unleashed its might upon the land. With a flash of light and explosion of flame, the nation of Or crumbled and was lost into the depths of the sea. The cataclysm defeated the Char, but was also the end of Or. Okay, so... Sorry, there you go, get it back again. So, the Vizier, I can amend this now to use his full name. The Vizier Kilbron. And because I feel like he's going to be important, we'll put him in a parentheses. And if I go back over here, I can change this to have his name, Vizier Kilbron, over an Or. The power they wielded was able to repel the Char. And then I can put... I elaborate on this further in 3rd Guild War. Full stop. Okay, right. Let's hide that. And let's continue reading. There's quite a few of these. Yeah, there's some more in here. Whoa. Oh, wait, no. I think I actually missed one here, didn't I? There was a second scroll that I didn't look at. Or rises again. The waterways which bordered Or were renamed by Krytan sailors, who called them the Sea of Sorrows. In 1219 AE, a sudden surge of massive tidal waves crashed the surrounding coastlines. This deluge of water caused the ruin of many ports and settlements, including the great city of Lion's Arch. Okay, once again, I'm going to pop this in the bottom of the tab. And I'll put Or rises again. The fall of Or. Okay. Read on. When the waters receded, the cause of the flooding was revealed. The entire peninsula of Or had suddenly and violently risen again. Okay. Through cruel and corruptive magic, the long-dead citizens of Or had risen along with the land, reanimated by the power of a terrible creature that now lived in the heart of the city of Ara, an elder dragon. Little is known about the nature of this dragon, save that the dwarves once called it Zhaitan. It dwells in the city of Ara, and from there sends undead to plague our shores. May the Six watch over us. Okay. Now let's come read these ones in here. These scrolls are part of a work called A Land of Kings. Oh, King Doric. Do we have any notes on Doric? Let's search. Doric. Oh, Doric. 1 result, but it says no matches found. Doric? I'll try again. Doric. Strange that it says 1 result found, but nothing's in there. Never mind. Okay, let's I guess come down here. I'll put this new information. Let me copy all of this, and I'll go chuck this into ore. I think I have an ore tab. Yes. Ore rises again. And then underneath this, I will put... What was this being referred to as? A land of kings. A land of kings. Okay, King Doric. And if I hide this, let's go. So, Doric was the first king of Tyria. His kingdom encompassed the lands we now know as Or, Ascalon, and Kryta. According to the ancient scrolls, all human royalty descends from this first king. Doric created the human system of governance. He sheltered his people, first in Or, then, as its population grew, sent them out into Tyria with his blessing. Okay. He was a kind and noble ruler, a man of humility, faith, and reason. All kings should seek to follow his example.
Quickly, we must clear them out.
Okay. So over here, we've now got notes on Doric. Doric was the first king of Kryta. Okay. The next one, this specific book, what was this one called? This is called King Doric. King Doric. Okay, next one is King Zoran. King Zoran. Okay, let's have a read. King Zoran, an otherwise unremarkable king. Zoran of Or was a patron and a seafarer. He guided Or's navy into prominence. In a famous act of benefaction, he offered to shelter Lady Glaive from harm during the Second Corsair War. There's a first and second Corsair War. Although she was a pirate, the king granted amnesty to her crew and fleet and allowed them to hide in the shards of Or, so long as they returned his kindness by protecting, rather than preying on, Orion ships. Okay, and then finally King Rezar, or King Reza. King Reza. Okay. Reza, son of Zoran, was king of Or during the Guild Wars. As king, Reza tried to shield his people from the wars and encouraged a greater focus on spiritualism, magic, and the arts. He was a genuine devotee of the six gods, with a faith that was true and earnest. He tried to play peacemaker during the Guild Wars and stop the ravages of war throughout Tyria. Sadly, his efforts were unsuccessful. Not only did he fail to stop the wars tearing Kryta and Ascalon apart, but the attempt to use Orion troops to stop fighting elsewhere left his own country open for an invasion of its own by the Char. In an effort to save Or from falling to the Char, Reza's advisor, Vizier Kilbron, invoked a dark incantation from the Lost Scrolls. Okay, so now we know even more about Vizier Kilbron. He was an advisor to the king. The plot thickens. The uncontrolled magic of the Lost Scrolls caused the cataclysm, sending the entire kingdom of Or to the bottom of the sea. How tragic that, as its last ruler, Reza the Peacemaker bears the horrible burden of its fall. Okay, so we'll chuck that in there. And then if we go back then to Vizier... Where is he? I thought I had a note specifically for him, but I'm not seeing it. Lost Scrolls, Vizier Kilbron? Okay. Advisor to the late King Reza, the Peacemaker. Responsible for the cataclysm due to his use of the Lost Scrolls during the third Guild War. Okay. It's all slowly coming together. Right, we've got a few more of these by the looks of it. We've got one there, one over there. Are there any more? No, there's two more scroll racks. There are two scrolls in the pile. Ara, City of the Gods, and the Tragedy of Malkor. Okay, let's go and make a whole note on Ara, shall we? Ara, city of the gods. And let's have a read. The 6 gods of the humans are said to have resided for a time within the nation of Or, in the heart of the legendary city of Ara. There is little evidence to show where the gods came from or where they have gone in these modern days. Their impact on human society, however, is incontestable. Little evidence to show where the gods came from or where they've gone in these modern days. It's curious. Okay, this is going to be something I can maybe put also over in the 6 gods. 6 gods. Once lived within Ara. There is little to no evidence as to where they came from or where they have gone. And then if I go back to the 6 gods, made war with one another, trampled away, but they have not abandoned us. We presently do not know where they are. This is where I'm going to paste this in then. Nor do we know where they came from. Okay. Let's go back to this Ara, city of the gods, and let's read the other note. The tragedy of Malkor. The 6 gods lived in the city of Ara among their mortal followers. Sadly, the glory of their presence was too much for human senses to take in, and their radiance blinded those who stared too long upon their visage. Keep reading. Yet the 6 wished their people to know them, for they loved their followers a great deal. They chose one man, the sculptor Malkor, and granted him audience. His task was to create and make a statue of each god, so the humans might know their creators. Did we know that? Did we know the humans were shaped by these gods? Gods made one 6 gods. The humans were very influential. I think this might be my first time reading this. Yeah, I've never heard of this before. Okay, let's keep going, and I'll elucidate a bit more in a minute. Keep reading. Malkor was called before Dwayna and asked to take on this burden. When he saw her, Malkor fell instantly in love, and no matter what the cost to himself, he would not refuse her request. One by one, Malkor recreated the visages of the gods in stone. As he did, that god would retire back to the heart of Ara, and he would see them no more. And so, he saved Dwayna for last, that he might be in her presence the longest. Malkor completed the statues, but even as he did so, his eyes failed him. His sight burned by the glory of the gods. It is said that such his love for Dwayna was that he still completed her statue, having memorized every fraction of her immortal beauty. When it was done, he asked Dwayna if she favored the image, and weeping, Dwayna allowed him to touch her face, that he might know the precision with which, even blind, he had carved her image. But then, as she knew she must, the goddess Dwayna left and returned to Ara, leaving the sculptor alone. Tormented and blind, Malkor stood upon the cliffs near Dwayna's cathedral, where her statue would forever stand. Realizing he would never again see his beloved, Malkor cast himself into the sea. The site of his death is called Malkor's Leap, and each year, Orian maidens wreath the rocks with flowers in memory of the famous sculptor and his loss. Incredible. And to think that we wouldn't know any of this had we not interacted with these scroll racks. So, where do I want to begin with this? Let's just put a title, Malcor. Maybe even I'll have a dedicated section for Malcor, like so. Because the thing is, a lot of this, like, what we've just learned about Malcor and the gods is something that I want to put in the 6 gods note. But then I also feel is relevant over in the Ara note as well. Humans might know their creators. Okay, let me go back down to the 6 gods then. Let me copy that one specific note. This one. So we copy that and we go back down to the 6 gods. I'll put it above here. Apparently, the humans. Do I have a note on humans? Humans were created by the 6 gods. Yeah. Okay. To gaze upon them would impart blindness, for their visage is so radiant and blinding. What a beautiful story, though. I mean that. That's really, really cool. For Dwayna to allow him to touch her face and to feel the intricacies that he had correctly imparted within his sculpture upon her own face, and to give him that moment of joy. Malcor's Leap. Was there any more here? Tragedy of Malcor? No. Corialia and Tumal. I look around this camp and see different types of people all join for a cause. It makes me feel like I'm part of something new and grand, as permeating and unfathomable as the dream itself.
Fight what cannot be
My
fought.
heart tells me I was born for this fight, and yet when faced with it, I feel like a small reed whipping against a mountain. How can I fight against it without breaking? By binding together and becoming stronger. That is what my shield sister says as well. But what's truth for her is only theory for me. Still, I suppose I can harbor faith where I lack certainty. Okay.
Fight.
Wow,
What
look how many are in
cannot be
here.
fought.
Okay, cheers everyone. I've got a lot of reading to do. The scrolls seem to be multiple volumes of a single work, a collection of prose about the human gods entitled The 6. Oh my god. Read Volume 1, Dwayna, Goddess of Life. Okay, so this is definitely going to have to go underneath the 6 gods, isn't it? So hold on, let me go back to the beginning. And what I will do is I will have different gods listed in here. So we've got Grenth, we've got Abaddon. You know what? I'm not gonna have the defunct bit at the beginning. There you go. We'll have it like that. And then we can minimize that if we need to. So let me grab this. So copy Grenth. That worked better before. Why is that not working this time? Is it because I need to do it like this? No. I'm wondering how I can copy... Oh, here we go. I think I needed those hashtags at the beginning. There we go. So if I delete this and we replace Grenth with... Hold on, let me move this so I can read it. We've got Balthazar. Balthazar, the god of war. And then if I copy this and then minimize, paste, and again I'll shrink these down so it's better organized. Next up we've got Dwayna, the goddess of life. No, I think I've done that inside Dwayna's thing. There we go. There we go. Paste. Next, we've got Melandru, goddess of nature. Nature. And paste. Abaddon, Grenth, Lissa, I think is the only one we're missing. Lissa, goddess of beauty and illusion. The goddess of beauty and illusion. And I kind of wish they were in this order, but it is what it is. I think I've now ruined that. There we go. So Grenth, Abaddon, Balthazar, Dwayna, Melandru, and Lissa. So first up is Dwayna. So let's go get ready to put her notes in. Make sure that's correct. Yep. Okay. Right. Let's begin. Volume 1. Dwayna, goddess of life. The first of the gods to step forth from the mists was Dwayna, the goddess of air and life. She placed her pale foot on the stones of Ara. There we go. Opened the gates and brought humanity to the world. Keep reading. She chose Tyria and brought with her those who would make this world a paradise. As she had promised, Dwayna led her people to peace. Okay. Right, I'll read all of them, and then I will begin talking more, because... Okay, no, I'll talk now, because I'm excited. The first of the gods to step forth from the mists was Dwayna, goddess of air and life. I'll put that in here, because... air and life. She placed her pale foot on the stones of Ara, opened the gates, and brought humanity to the world? So even though... Was it further down? Where did I put the note? There is little evidence to show where the gods came from. But now we're hearing that they came from the mists. The gods are from the mists. And it was from the mists that humanity was ushered into this world? So humans aren't native to Tyria, is what I'm understanding here? And are instead a product of this amorphous entity that is the mists? Even now, I don't really understand the mists completely. We had an introduction when we first go into fractals of the mists. But the fractals are memories made manifest. The mists itself is... I've not got a clue. Is the mists a gateway to other worlds? Is the mists like a form of an afterlife? Is it like analogous for infinity, eternity? What is the mists? Is it the power of God itself, the power of creation? Which would make sense as to why we're able to create fractals out of literal creation matter. And it would also make sense as to why the gods came from the mists, these beings of enormous power. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to shrink this. I'm guessing this will take everything in there. Yes, perfect. So I will try and do this in order. So Dwayna is first. Then it's... Oh, I don't think I did that correctly. Then it's Balthazar. So shrink. And... Do I just paste there? Is that what I meant to do? Sorry, this is all going wrong. Paste. Yeah, I think that worked. Now Balthazar is second. Right, Balthazar. Melandru is next. Paste. Then it is Lissa. This will be beneficial in the long run, I promise you. Lissa, and then Abaddon, then Grenth. Okay. So, Abaddon. Shrink. Paste. So, Abaddon's in there. And then Grenth, the god of death. We do have some notes on. And then I suppose I should be putting in this Cormyr. But we don't have any notes on Cormyr, apart from the fact that they ascended to godhood. So let me quickly do that as well. Because if not, I will forget to do it in the future. So Grenth, paste, and then separate this a bit. Cormyr, and then we know Cormyr is not the god of death. Cormyr is the god of spirit? Order, spirit, and truth? Here we go. And then if we open up Cormyr, we can put that in there. The god of order, spirit, and truth. Okay. There we go. Okay, next up, finally. Sorry it's taken so long. Let's go and put some notes in for Balthazar. I'm just going to try and separate these a little bit so it's not as poorly formatted. There we go. So, Balthazar. Here we go. Balthazar came in fire and wrath, carrying the head of his father and leading his fierce hounds, Tamar and Tigon. He swept Or with a cleansing flame. It was he who claimed Tyria for humanity. He who said the other races would be easy to defeat. It would not only be, it would not be the only time that the Master of War was wrong. Okay. Next up, we've got Melandru, Goddess of Nature. Next came the Goddess of Nature, wise Melandru, oldest of them all, made of ore a green and flowering expanse. She urged peace with all races already present on this world, but her advice was not heeded. Okay. Where she saw destruction, she brought creation. Where she saw anger, she grew love. With this, Melandru prepared for a future she knew would be troubled. Okay. I've got a lot of thoughts right now, but again, I'm going to save them for when we're finished reading. Lyssa, goddess of beauty and illusion. The two who are one. Oh. Issa and Lyss. Oh, shit. Lyssa is two beings? The two who are one, Issa and Lyss, brought with her the hope and beauty of humanity. While the other gods focused on building Ara and beginning a new future, Lyssa gave them joy and helped them forget the past. For while she lived, veiled and hidden, in the village of Ren, when the building of Ara was completed, Lyssa was commanded to join the other gods. Though her tears fell like rain along the western road. The village of Ren. I don't know if I've been to a village of Ren. Searching my notes for the word Ren, nothing. Nothing comes up. It feels familiar. Ren. Maybe not. I don't know. Okay, examine the other scrolls. Next up, Abaddon, the god of secrets. Among them was Abaddon, once secret keeper, now betrayer. Hold on, quickly navigating down to his tab. One moment. There we go. How you have fallen from the glorious days of old. What passed beyond in the mists, only you remember. Abaddon, Abaddon, your name has been erased from the towers, your cathedral condemned to the sea. Turn your faces away, O sons and daughters, and let not his gifts tempt you. Okay, got one final. That's Grenth, the god of death. My boy, because I'm a necromancer. Grenth, son of Dwayna, first god born of Tyria. His powers deal in mortality and judgment. Defeater of doom, lord of the seven reapers, he is the prince of ice and sorrow. Standing before his immortal mother, Grenth claimed his place among the gods. Where his father had fallen, Grenth would rise. Okay, so there are all the notes on the gods. My mind feels like it's just shattering at the minute. Because my read on this paints the 6 gods as usurpers, traveling here from another world in order to make it theirs and claim it as their birthright, that Tyria would be theirs, and that's primarily through Balthazar's. Balthazar came in fire and wrath, carrying the head of his father and leading his fierce hounds Tamar and Tigon. He swept all with a cleansing flame. It was he who claimed Tyria for humanity, he who said the other races would be easy to defeat. It would not be the only time that the Master of War was wrong. And I think on the Melandru it says she urged peace with the races already present on this world, but her advice was not heeded. So I'm going to put here, the gods came from the mists. It would seem the humans were born upon Tyria. Maybe I've got a note on Tyria. Tyria by their own hands. Reading between the lines, it seems to me that the gods are usurpers from another world beyond the mists. And then parentheses, or within it, question mark, seeking to claim this world as their own. What happened to their previous world? ... question mark. Phenomenal. Defeater of Doom, Lord of the Seven Reapers. Doom is another word that I feel like I've seen somewhere. Doom. Doom. I'll check my notes, but again, a lot of my notes at the minute are screenshots. Either way, my god. Hopefully this has been knowledge for you guys as well to enjoy. I don't know how many people have read this specific stack of scrolls. I do feel like it would be poor of me to just leave and not quickly scour for any more scroll racks. I've not seen any more that we've missed. Maybe there's going to be some around here hidden away. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if there is a scroll rack maybe that's fallen down here, or a lost piece of information. Not that I can see. All right, before we leave this place then, I'll try and get the vista, which is just up here. That was, for me, some of the most fun I've had playing the game, reading this lore. Being a human myself and being a follower of Grenth. Oh god, I've ballsed this up, haven't I? Reading that was enlightening. The gods are of the mists, and they seemingly are then tangible living beings. So I wonder where they are now. And if we'll ever see them again. I'm really butchering this. This probably isn't even the way I need to go. Hold on. Let me jump up here again. This might take a second. There we go. Then I'll dismount to climb up here. Is this the right way? Probably not. Let's have a look. Yeah, the vista's over there, so I've kind of gone the wrong way, but this should still get me there. No. Okay. So, I'm so sorry you're having to watch this. My brain at the minute is, as you can no doubt understand, goop. After grappling with all of this new information. To learn more about Ara and Or as well, yeah. Brilliant. And it makes me want to really go over this zone with a fine-tooth comb. Like, had the story not brought me here, and I just passed through on a whim, maybe I wouldn't have realized there were usable items there, because there's no renown heart to make me want to explore the area thoroughly. There is, of course, the POI, which would have brought me here eventually, but I've got no idea if I would have stayed and really explored. Right, let's go back to Fort Trinity then. I wonder what the next step is going to be. Okay, northward. So I think we're just down here by the portals, yeah.
Fight with valor.
I'm still waiting for the band to come together. Destiny's Edge. Through the Looking Glass.
Welcome
Winnet is
back.
here.
I'm glad you're safe. Let's begin the briefing.
Let me just quickly chat with these guys. Hello, Winnet. Things have reached a critical stage, Commander. Even with our victories, we could lose everything if we don't move forward wisely. Marshal Trahan and I won't let that happen. Things would have been different if you joined us, but I can't argue with your results. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Ephod. You're making quite a name for yourself, Commander. Makes it all the more painful that you didn't join our order. But we're all on the same side now, right? Indeed we are.
What's on your mind?
Indeed we are.
Welcome, friends and allies. We've just defeated a powerful mouth of Zhaitan, effectively cutting off one of the dragon's major supply lines. Now, we have to press our advantage. Reducing Zhaitan's food supply was a good start. It's time to stem the flow of reinforcements.
Reinforcements? You mean...
He means dead bodies. Zhaitan's minions on the mainland are gathering and shipping corpses to Ore in massive numbers.
Precisely. Our next move is to confront Zhaitan in Ore. Before we strike, we need to weaken its position as much as possible.
A sound strategy. Starve the enemy and cripple its army before we invade.
You learn fast, Marshal.
I have to, General. Now, the Commander and I need to confer and choose the best course of action.
Okay. I don't know which way I'm going to go here. Do these guys have any new objectives? These twin mission objectives are quite the tactical challenge. I'm curious to see how you and the Pact handle it, but I'm confident that you'll be victorious. 2 assaults at once? Impressive. Trahan is thinking high risk, high reward, isn't he? Thinning out the enemy's number is a solid strategy. The Order of Whispers is at your disposal. Okay. I'm sorry about Hector, but I must agree with Agent Zri. If Zhaitan is using mesmers this heavily, it's pulling out all the stops to crush the Pact before we crush it. It's right to be scared. We're going to bury it. Quite, and precisely the kind of aggressive response we need. Shall we discuss the campaign's next step? We've reached the point where we need to establish a forward base on Orion soil. Zhaitan's vast army gives it the advantage, but we're going to address that. Right, we need to stop it from making it any bigger. Yes, and to do that, we must shut down the ossuary that creates Zhaitan's most formidable monstrosities, or sink the giant ark that brings in corpses to fuel it. I need more information. I'll provide as much detail as I can. Is our target ship Zhaitan's only source of corpses? No, but it is the flagship of Zhaitan's corpse ark fleet. Capable of making multiple pickups daily. It must be sunk. Okay. What about the other option? What can we expect at the ossuary? It's the heart of Zhaitan's horde production. Corpses go in, abominations come out. Expect magic monsters, the worst Ore has to offer. It is a vital target. Okay. Oh, I'm torn here. I think both options sound fun. This is tough. The idea of sinking a ship sounds great. And we've not done anything quite like that. Whereas going to a location and killing things, we do that quite often. Let's sink the Ark. Very well, I'll have a Pact squad standing by to join you. I'll also send a different squad to attack the ossuary. And this time, Commander, I'll be going with you. I won't let you down, Marshal. I'd love to be getting some keys. only because I don't have any. I'd love some keys for my chests. Be advised, Commander. The ship is both heavily armed and guarded, but it must be sunk to stop Zhaitan's army from growing. Okay, that's fine. I can do that. Let's open up these bags of loot. See if we get anything worthwhile. I don't think we really did. Never mind. Salvage and salvage. Lovely. 3 globs of ectoplasm. You shouldn't have. You shouldn't have. Okay. Right, let's go. Let's do this. This will probably be the last mission for now, because I do need to go get dinner. Right, so where are we going for this? Oh, we're having to board. We get to board the submarine. Oh, this is cool. This is cool. Right, let's have a look. Over here. I did also see in the guild chat that Triple Trouble is coming up soon. I don't know if it would have been in the recap at the beginning, but if I show you my achievements, where would it be? General bosses, I think? Bosses? Triple Trouble. I've done Triple Trouble on a few occasions now, and I've done all 3 heads. The only things I have left to do are Worm Demolitionist. I need to use more of the powder kegs on the Cobalt, and Worm Egg Scrambler, which I think... I don't know if you have to do it for all of them. I don't know if every head requires scrambling the eggs. But yeah, I've really enjoyed Triple Trouble. Really, really, really fun. Might be my favorite world event in terms of just the feeling of it.
Somewhere,
the spectacle isn't great.
Fighting a big monster.
I mean, no, I take that back. The spectacle is pretty great, but only when the head comes out of the ground and flops around. Like, that's so fun. But the bits before that, yeah, it's whatever. I just enjoy being a part of a big army. I think that's really fun. But the spectacle of the Shatterer and Takatal are unmatched. They're fantastic. Right, Captain Auntie?
The world cries out.
The sub is ready, Commander. Marshal, Trahan, and the rest of the squad are already on board. As soon as you're ready, we'll take you to the Undead Ark. Let's do this thing. Brief your squad on the mission. A grisly shipment. Whoa, is this a Kraken? That'd be fun if we have to fight some sort of risen Kraken. Good bit of cinematography. Really good bit of cinematography, actually. Okay.
It's amazing how fast we traveled while completely submerged. Look how far we came. Now the hard work begins, though.
The backdrops are these.
That's right.
Fantastic.
I expect heavy resistance, but we need to push deep into the Ark's main hold. That's where Maeva comes in.
Maeva?
I'm ready. I have plenty of Ascalonian ghost fire. It'll spark a conflagration to consume the Ark and everything in it. Remarkable stuff, ghost fire. It's unrelenting and it burns underwater. When we're done, there won't be any bodies left for Zhaitan to reanimate. Hats off to the Char. They took their most implacable enemy's most dangerous weapon and made it their own, and then they gave it to us.
A demonstration that we need to work together to defeat Zhaitan. Commander, it's your mission. Lead on.
Sure. Okay. Awesome. Right,
This water tastes terrible. How does Zhaitan spoil the whole ocean?
I really want to chat with you. The Ark is just ahead, but remember, this is Zhaitan's primary source of dead bodies. Once they realize we're here to sink it, his minions will defend it at all costs. How do I chat to my friend here? I can taste the Risen's pollution in this water. I just hope my brother Sabiti is watching to see us avenge his corruption. Okay, let's go board the Ark, shall we? I can see there's some Risen Hylek and Risen Quagan. Oh, are these more mines? These look like mines with the crate going around the edge.
Crate sentries and mines. Stay alert. We can't afford to lose anyone on this mission.
I don't know the best way to go about doing this. I can't actually attack these mines, so I guess we want to go underneath and then go up. Would be my shout. Like something like this. And then we get into the boat maybe and see if we can surface. No. That's not the solution. Maybe we just want to poke our head up over here. Oh, I see. There's a bit of wood going into... Oh, don't touch that. We want to get on here. There we go. We're up. We're up. We're good. Risen Corruptor. I'm very happy with my choice to come here. Very, very happy. Because this is just so different from anything we've done.
We need to reach the main hold at the bottom of the ship.
Okay, I'll go back to the sword. I thought I'd try out my axe and focus again, but yeah, I'm such a Reaper fanboy at this point. How can I not? There we go. Seeing Trahearn use a Guardian ability when he is a confirmed Necromancer, I wonder what his other abilities look like. Or if maybe that's a precursor to what the Reaper class would one day be. And this ability here. Okay, why are these guys invulnerable? Oh, there we go. That was strange. What's going on out here? I think we're losing people. Okay. Drag these guys in. Nice. I feel like the volume's gone up. I think it's just because there's so many people dying on the screen. Risen Rotmouth. Let's deal with this. Nice. Okay, moving over here. Spinning to win. And then let's deal with this Rotmouth as well. Okay, we need to keep going south, though. By south, I mean further down. I'm guessing this here is... Oh, there's... Oh, my God! Crates! I think they've come in from outside. Okay, that was not intended. I might die. I'm poisoned, and I can't really do anything about it, apart from spam my heal. Yeah. Maybe they'll revive me. Trahearn. Really? Trahearn. Baruch is here.
Quaggan's happy to see you.
Quaggan thought the enemy would be more scared of Quaggan's enraged form, but they don't seem to care. No matter, Quaggan can kill them faster if they don't run. Well, there you go. Today I learned that that's their enraged form. I just thought it was a different type of Quaggan. But yeah, they can become anglerfish. Oh my God. Whoa. Look at that.
The ghost fire's ready when you are, Commander.
I will do what has to be done. I don't know how to place them. Do I have to like chat with Maeva to get them? I'll take one now. Okay, I'm going to place one down here. I'll take another one, please. I'm going to put this one over here on this pillar. And then I'll grab another one and put it here. Now, how many more are there? I'll take one now. Place the ghost fire charge. Yeah, I'm guessing this is working. Yep, there we go. I wish they hadn't detonated while I was in there.
Pretty much faster than I expected. Our tests weren't done in water with this much salinity. It's accelerating the spectral combustion. We've lost control of the situation. Evacuate now.
Okay, that's... Oh my God. Holy shit. But the Risen are dying. They're all ablaze. Oh, hell yeah. Okay. Spin to win. I got feared immediately. That's not good. Okay, moving in. Let's deal with the Risen Rotmouth, because these seem to be summoning additional Risen. So we can kill them. That's fewer Risen to have to worry about. There we go. Moving over here. Claw. Spin. I am just dying to the poison. I'm going to die again. I don't think I can stop it. Yeah, the poison is just going to kill me, I think. I guess I can go into my Reaper Shroud in the hopes that that keeps me alive a little bit longer. Yeah, we should be good. We should be good. Bloody hell. Okay. I'm going to wait a second, let my health tick up. And then 3, 2, 1, go. So to leave, it was this way. And then I think left, wasn't it? And then up here. Yep. Whoa! Hey, guys. Okay, pull them all in. Big spin. Pew! No! They got me. Whoa! Very nice. Okay, get to the ark's highest point. I'm trying. I'm trying. I don't know if there's going to be a way up in here. Yes, there is. Perfect. Okay, healing. Climb, climb, climb.
Wait, do you hear that?
No?
Those are the spinning blades of a char chopper. Backup is coming.
A char chopper? Hey, there we go. We've been rescued, but who is it? Imagine if it were Retlock.
Saw those ghostly flames and came as fast as we could. Bit ahead of schedule, wasn't
Gavros, it was indeed,
A
yes.
bit. Turns out ghost fire works a little too well in these conditions. Thanks for the sharp eye and the quick save.
Yes, excellent work. We didn't just deprive Zhaitan of a shipload of soldiers. We destroyed the ship itself.
That's right. This tub is done making deliveries to ore. The Dragon will just have to make do with its existing shamblers.
Excellent.
Congratulations. We need to get you out of here, fast. I'm aboard if you're coming.
After you, Commander. This success has me thinking. When we return, I wish to discuss a few other areas of the Pact's mission that could use your help.
Sure. Job done. But we've left them behind. They're still there. So me and Trahearn got out. Oh my god. I feel uncomfortable with this revelation. Okay. A grisly shipment. Yeah, in that we left them to die. There we go. We'll take those. Further into ore. Establish a forward command post for the Pact. Oh! Oh! Look where it says we have to go. Meet Trahearn at Reflection Cove near the ruins of Ren. And Ren is where, hold on. Ren is where Lissa went, wasn't it? Yes. For a while, for a while she lived veiled and hidden in the village of Ren. When the building of Ara was completed, Lissa was commanded to join the other gods. Don't tell me that's where we were when I got all of that information. I know it's much further on into Malkor's Leap. All the way over here. Okay, that's uncharted territory. I've not been to that part of Malkor's Leap before. Okay, I think just because it's getting a little... can I get there? Let's go there. Let's go there, and then we'll leave it for now. And then when I'm back either later or tomorrow, I'll take a crack at doing that. So let's make our way on over. And that way... Yeah, I should be able to record some more later, but just in case, I will say my throat has been sore for maybe the past hour. Not horribly so, it's just uncomfortable speaking. If I, you know, come on later and I just really don't feel like I can narrate or talk, at least then maybe I can do some more exploration of these areas. And if I do find anything, much like the notes we found earlier, I'd love to record that. A lot of the world stuff I've been doing for world completion so far has still been very lackluster in the lore department. I think they didn't necessarily want to give away too much in Renown Hearts or events. The amount of times something feels important, like, oh, we're about to learn something about the dwarves, or maybe we're about to learn a little bit more about the Inquest, or maybe we're about to learn a little bit more about the history of the Char. It's what will happen is the researchers or whoever you've just assisted will go, great, we're now gonna go and find out more. And then when you ask them, hey, what have you found out? They're like, we're still looking. Haven't found anything yet. So, you know, it's been a little bit lackluster because of that. I'd love to be able to discover more about this world. And presumably now that we are here, you know...
Your attention, please.
The Inquest are draining the orb's energy. If they power up that monstrous golem, we're in big trouble. I'd love to help, but I am in need of food. I'm gonna do a bit of gloating, folks, because I'm having frozen pizza. That's right. Emergency pizza from the freezer. Oh! It's a champion? This must be the quest that we were about to be given. I'm not here for that. I'm here to do this. Metal Forest. The wieldwood of the Pyrite Peninsula holds an ancient Orion mystery, an orb wielding great and unknown forces. It has gilded the forest around it and lends a burst of power to any who commune with it. Of the Pyrite Peninsula. Is this like Midas's orb of magic or something? Look at this over here. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Can I get up there? What even is that? There's Karma Merchants over there. Unless this is part of Ren. But Ren was described as a village. This looks like a city, or what would have once been a city. Oh, I'm so curious to find out if this is at all part of the story of Guild Wars 1. Like, I do not know what year Guild Wars 1 was set in. Can I find out more about Ara? Can I walk among Ara? Okay, this person wants to fight this champion. I'll assist. I can't let them see me and then I walk away. Could you imagine? I see you're about to fight this champion and you'll probably need some help. I'm just going to leave you to your own devices. You'll be fine. No, I must assist. Do I regret assisting? Slightly, because I am getting beaten. But I can salvage this. I'm not too worried. Just going to build up my Reaper meter. And then we're going to go in. Probably shouldn't have walked through its breath. Champion, Risen, Drake, Broodmother. Go for a heal. Lovely. And in the chest, we got a gilded coffer, which contains some intricate totems and some bags. Nice. Well, I'll open all of those. Thank you very much.
Not compared to your jokes.
And then let's salvage. Oh, I've got one thing I didn't identify. Where is that? There it is. Then salvage. And salvage. And a glob of ectoplasm. Don't mind if I do. Right. Let's continue on over here. There is actually yet another hero point up here somewhere. Old jar. Oh, God. Am I about to eat like some pickled Orion vegetables? An old jar lies next to a skeleton. Inside it, another bottle contains a liquid that glows faintly. There's no sign that the liquid has been corrupted. Okay. Unidentified beverage. A bottle of liquid found near a fallen explorer in ore. And now I am disoriented. This creature is not in its right mind. Oh, brilliant. Fantastic. Well, at least we didn't, I don't know, keel over and die upon drinking it. That would have been bad. Now, let's have a look here. Mirror Bay. I really want to go in here. Look at the water. Cathedral of Eternal Radiance. There's some Risen in there. Reflection Cave. Yeah, there's got to be a way up. I know I'm far, far away from unlocking a sky scale, and that the process of unlocking a sky scale is also quite difficult. Like, there's a lot of things you need to do in order to get one. But God, I want one badly. Like, to be able to fly around these areas is going to be so fun. And I'm glad it's gated so far in the future, because I do feel like there's something really just exciting about, you know, traversing on foot. It's a bit more scrappy and you get to see more of the world as opposed to flying above it from 1,000 feet in the air. Okay. Up here. I'm trying to get up. Oh, this might be close. Can we get up from here, maybe? No, I don't think so. I don't think so, but we're bloody close. Oh, here we go. Had I just looked behind me, this might lead the way. I'm hoping there'll be a waypoint so I can come back here and do the quest later. Champion Risen Putrefier. You know what? That doesn't look like any of my business. I'll leave you to it, Champion Risen Purifier. I might have to use this rock behind you, though. I don't know how to actually get onto this plateau. I feel a bit lost here. If I could get up here, maybe I could jump up. Or maybe here, even? No? Okay, let me deal with these Risen before something goes horribly wrong. Here we go. Okay, we've got a couple of veterans in the mix, which is proving to be a little bit difficult for my my combo, but we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Even if we die, we will be able to come back. Yeah, I should be able to finish them off. I'm not too nervous. I'm getting more nervous, but I think we're fine. There we go. And then let's finish these guys. Much better. I'm guessing this has a hit cap. Number of targets 5. Yeah, so what happened there was I did my combo and then one of them was still on full health and was just killing me, which wasn't ideal. Right. So yeah, if I want to get up there, I can see this plateau. The map doesn't really show me much. Maybe here? Climbing up here, then going across? Cathedral of Eternal Radiance. Blighted Arch. Lissa statue. Wait, there's a Lissa statue just behind me? Down here? Oh yeah, statue of Lissa. There's a few sparks around here. Can I interact with you? I don't know if we're going to be able to fight something. There is beauty and power in the lines of this ancient statue. It inspires one to stand a bit taller. Did I not kill this spark? I didn't. Oops. There you go. I'll put you out of your misery. So let's go up here. Yeah, I don't see this as being the way in. Again, unless I can climb up this bit, which I feel like I might be able to do, but it's going to require a bit of a weird jump. From here. Maybe I can... Oh, no. I was really hoping we could maybe just land up on top, but I don't think it's going to be possible. Okay, I can get here. And then I can get here. I don't think anyone's ever done this before. And if they have, great minds think alike. I can't mount again. I could try and jump across from here. I'm going to do it, guys. I'm going to do it. This is probably not going to work. Yes! Come on! Woo! We're up! Priory Arcanist, Creator Mibber, Priory Arcanist. It's probably a much easier way of getting up here, but I am elated. I am so happy. Look at this. Ice Elemental, Veteran Air Elemental. Okay, I believe there is a waypoint over here. All right, we'll go grab this waypoint. And that will be where I will pause. Oh, wait, can I unlock a new ability? I can. Relentless Pursuit reduces duration of movement impairing conditions. Additional reductions while in Reaper's Shroud. It's not bad. And then that's the next big one. Whenever you inflict fear, you also chill. Nice. That'll be good. That'd be really nice. I have been told that when I get to expansion areas, the hero points are 10 apiece. Cannot wait. Cannot wait for that. Okay, here it is. What is this place? The Seal of Union. Union Waypoint. What do you guys have to say about this? Good work, we've got the seal under control. I'd buy you an ale, but I'm sure more Risen are already on their way. We won this time. And by Wolf's bitter bite, I'd die before I lit Zhaitan's creatures near these seals again. Well, I think for this recording, that's a great place to put a pin in it. Who do you reckon that's meant to be? How many prongs are there on this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe there's originally 6 points around this circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe for one of each of the gods. But I don't know which god this would be. I've no idea. Just for posterity, I'll grab a picture of it. Oh, did not mean to enter Shroud. That's what I get for Control C to copy. And then if we go into here, I'll put this at the bottom. That shouldn't be inside of Cormier. No, good. And then if I go here. Sorry, having these nested things is proving to be a bit troublesome. I don't know how to get that to go down. Hold on, let me try this. And then shrink. No, that's all part of Cormier still. Sorry, guys, I don't know how to bloody do this. Has that fixed it? I keep pasting into Cormier. I don't want to. No offense, Cormier. This isn't for you. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. I'll put it up here for now, then. Image of a god from the what was it called? Union Waypoint. Okay, right. Yeah, that will do for now. I'm not gonna go and have a frozen pizza. It's only fine dining over here in the D20 household, and I will hopefully be back later today to record some more because I am desperate to learn more of Ara, more of Or, and hopefully face Zhaitan. So I'll see you then. And welcome back. I feel as if I have some explaining to do because of everything that's on the screen and where I'm at in the world right now. Trust me, I'll fill you in. So, after the last MSQ recording, my throat was just so tight. And I thought, well, I want to really enjoy what's coming and I don't want to push it and rush it out. So I thought I'll record it tomorrow, and then tomorrow I didn't feel much better either. And anyway, it's been a couple of days and I just haven't had the time to sit and go through the MSQ properly. So I've been filling up my evenings with basically just relaxing in World versus World. I'll show you everything in just a second. But I've been grinding towards an objective. And that objective was to earn 500 of these Testimony of Jade heroics. Because I've been told that if you have 500 Testimony of Jade heroics, you can purchase the Secrets of the Obscure weapon manual, which for me as a necromancer means I can wield one-handed swords in dual wield, which I am very excited about because I love a sword. The only problem was, one, I needed 500 of these things and it's quite the grind, and two, I didn't own Secrets of the Obscure. Anyway, as you can no doubt tell, I now own Secrets of the Obscure, close window. We're not going to go and do that right now. And what I'd like to do with all of you, I believe I have just had some mail come through. There you go, 11 minutes old. Thank you for your purchase. It is my pleasure, ArenaNet. You've earned that money. I assure you, I love this game. If we go over to the Citadel Waypoint. Now, I don't know where I'm going. I'll be perfectly honest with you. I've got no idea who I need to chat with. Tutorials, Legendary Defender. I'm hoping I can find it without needing to ask anyone. Because I really just want to have it happen organically. Heroics Notary? I think this might be the guy. Is this it? Yes. So I need all of these, I believe. Ancient Scroll of Astral Ward Weapons? Oh no, don't tell me I need more than I've counted. Oh no, we should be good. Should we? Okay, I think I found it. So I need to buy Ancient Scroll of Astral Ward Weapons, Ancient Tome, Mysterious Tablet, and Shattered Cryptis Carapace. So let me buy these in order. I believe it's everything apart from this Weapon Master Training document. So these 5 should be what I need. So let's begin with the Ancient Scroll of Astral Ward Weapons. There we go. Then we'll buy the Shattered Cryptus Carapace, Ancient Tome, Ancient Scroll, and Mysterious Tablet. Astral Ward Arsenal. Find all of the ancient artifacts in Niedra Surrounds. Players can also unlock this achievement by purchasing the artifacts in World vs. World from the Heroics Notary vendor. So I'm guessing that's it. Now I can equip swords? I was expecting a bigger prompt to tell me. Wow, we've just completed a brand new track as well over in World vs. World. Look at this. Warlord's Breastplate. Oh, hell yeah. Admittedly, that is heavy armor. I think I brought the helmet last time. Yeah, I'll look at that later. That's not what I'm here to do right now. So, let me open these skirmish chests. I don't even know what I want anymore. I've been going for the testimonies of Jade Heroics. I'll go for some more. Why not? For old time's sake. I don't think I'm going to read these because there might be spoilers in them. So I'll probably go and chuck those into the bank to read at a later date when it's more appropriate for me to do so. But yeah, I guess the proof will be, if I open this, if I can now hover over Pact, where is it? Pact Gladius? There it is, guys. We can equip one-handed swords. Okay, I'm gonna quickly thank the person who's been running this. Thanks for the tag. Had a great time. Good night, everyone. There we go. I'm gonna go back to Lion's Arch and we'll try and buy a couple of weapons from the trading post. Because I know I want to be playing with these. So we'll go and grab a couple of exotic swords. Hopefully they're not too expensive. Fortunately, World vs. World is quite a nice way of making gold. It's not necessarily going to be the fastest way, but I've been earning a steady trickle of gold from doing it. Be it from salvaging rares or selling certain things on the market. So if I show you the trading post, how much gold have I got to collect? 7 gold, 22 silver. And the most recent thing I sold, as you can see here, pile of recycled siege equipment. 4 gold, 25 silver. 4 gold and 25 silver. What is this? Oh, because I brought the expand. Does that mean I've got an additional 1 more shared inventory slot? I'm very happy about that. Very, very happy about that. Cool. Right, so let's come over here. And we will chat to the Black Lion Trader. Let me take everything from my delivery box. I did want to try and sell this. It's 1 gold 47. I might just like take it. Because I do think it would look really cool. Yeah, I love the triple threat bosses. Like when you decapitate them at the end. I know that sounds really grotesque. It's just such a cool moment. But I'm using Siren. I'll use it that way. You know, it's, how do I add it to wardrobe? Add to account wardrobe. Then I've just got it. There you go. That's better. So, Black Lion Trader. Weapons, swords. And we're looking for something with Berserker stats, which is ferocity, precision, and power. So if I sort by price, maybe? I don't know how to find what... What is this? Aurine's Fang? Is that a legendary? Whoa! Wow. Look at that. That's awesome. I don't think that's ready for me quite yet. Whisper Blade? I'm mainly looking at things right now in case they look cool and I can use them. Bolt? Another legendary? I think I've seen a couple people in the guild make this. That looks really cool. Stygian Blade. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have sorted it by price. Is there a way to do it by stats? Here we go, attributes. Right, so I'm looking for... Sorry, I'm still... Even though I've played the game a fair bit now, I'm still a bit lost on this. So we need power, precision, ferocity. So... Power, precision, and ferocity. And we want that to be an exotic weapon. And then I guess I need to find the ones with the correct stat, so like Stygian Blade would be correct, but it's 250 gold. We want the primary stat to be power, then precision. Oh wait, precision and ferocity should be equal, I believe. Yeah, they want to be equal. What does this look like? It's 55 silver, so it looks cool. Just a little curved sword. Okay. We've got Salt Spray Sword. Wow, that's another cool looking weapon. Not for me though, I don't think. Spindrift Sword. Firework Sword with loads of different stats. That's strange. Fang of the Lion's Champion. Whoa. That feels like more something I'd rock on a warrior, I think. Like if I can dual wield one-handed swords as a warrior, I'd definitely do that. Berserker's Shattered Sword. Now this will have the stats I need. Not necessarily a fan of the look of it, but those are the correct stats, and that's 3 gold 20, which is not bad at all. Bonetti's Rapier.
Look alive.
That's cool. Lord Tayres's Shadow. Assassin's Destroyer Sword. Berserker's Destroyer Sword. What does that look like? It's a lot of money, but it might be worth it. Nah, not for me. Not for me. Berserker's Pearl Saber. Berserker's Ebb. Are there any of these? It's interesting, but again, I'm trying to find something that feels a bit more necromancery. And none of these are necessarily doing it for me. Berserker's Mordrum. I think we found it. I think I need one of those. And then I will use a transmutation thing on the other one. That looks incredible. It's sleek as well. What does it look like when it's stowed? Yeah, that's it. That's it, guys. Berserker's Mordrum Saber. We'll buy one of those. And then I'll just try and find another weapon that's cheap. Berserker's Iron Sword of Earth. I'm guessing that's fine. I don't see why it wouldn't be. Oh, no, it's level 78 for some reason. Never mind. I'm glad I caught that. Very nearly bought that. Let me see if I can amend this over here. Level range. That's better. And then I guess I can come in here and actually put 120, 85, 85. So 120, 85, 85. There we go. And then we've got all of them in here. So Twin Sisters would be the cheapest one to buy. Does it even look good? Not really. Not really. I might spend a bit more to get a different weapon skin. Even if it's not something I'm going to use immediately. It's just nice to have it in the bank, you know? Bloodletter might look cool. It's 14 gold. Oh! That's the one. That's the one. That goes perfectly with my armor, does it not? And it's got that slight red sheen. Oh my god, I need it. Okay. I've spent a bit more than I wanted to, but yeah, we'll go for the Bloodletter. 14 gold. Yeah, I'll go for it. Thank you. Right, so let's grab these. Oh, my bad. Misclick. Grab these from the trader. And then if we come over here, I will, of course, be replacing my axe and focus. So if we come over here, Bloodletter and Berserker's Mordrum Saber. There we go. Okay, it pains me because I do think the Mordrum Saber looks really cool, but I am now immediately going to change its appearance because I really love this Bloodletting blade. So Wardrobe, Berserker's Mordrum Saber, Bloodletter. I do also have a Luminous Saber. God, if you could dye that to be any color, that would be so nice. Immortal Sword. Available as part of a select appearance pack in the Black Lion Trading Company gem store. I don't remember ever getting that. Looks cool, though. Reclaimed Sword, Toy Sword, Glyphic Edge, Flame Blade, Einhander, Norn Blade, Molten Sword. Oh, hell yeah. There we go. Resonator. Now we've got to go for the Bloodletter. We have to, so we'll apply that. And then, oh yeah. And what's it going to look like with our legendary gloves is the question. Are we ready? Are we ready?
I consider myself a free voice for these.
They do look a little bit silly, don't they? With the little spike on the end. Still though, I will happily take it. Okay. I don't know what the abilities are. All I know is the auto attack is a slash that shoots a blade of necrotic energy in front of you. I don't even know where to go to try these out. Let's open up the map and see if we can find somewhere just to go wail on a target for a little bit. I don't know if there are such things as... Oh, I see someone's trying... Oh no, I thought that was the jumping puzzle. I thought they were trying the jumping puzzle. Never mind. Let's just go and wail on something out here with our brand new one-handed swords. But yeah, I figured I'd quickly chat with you about this episode that you've just watched, as well as what I've been up to while I try these things out. Whoa, so the first attack, Innovation Blade. Fire a wide, piercing projectile from your blade. Heal if a target is struck. Healing is reduced for each target beyond the first. Okay, and then you fire another wide projectile, and then the third hit inflicts chill. Wow. And chill is something I really benefit from at the minute with the Reaper build. Man, Andy, when you get to it, you're going to enjoy the process for the sky scale. I cannot wait to get my hands on the sky scale when that day comes. Oh, and I did just unlock one-handed swords. 500 jade, notaries, down the drain, and secrets of the obscure purchased. The guild was cheering me on when I was telling them about what I was getting up to. So yeah, let's try the auto attack. Oh my god, yes. God, that feels good. Okay, the second ability, Ravenous Wave. Send a wave of necrotic energy cascading toward your target. Gain life force if you hit an enemy. Reactivate the skill to inflict additional damage on all targets hit by the wave. Wait, reactivate the skill to inflict additional... That reminds me of Shadow Demon from Dota. You shoot out these waves of poison that stacks on the enemy, and then when you choose to, you can like activate them on the targets. So let's see. And then if I reactivate, oh yeah, that feels good. The fact that I do like a jumping spin on that final, oh god, that's so nice. Okay, next ability, Path of Gluttony. Dash forward, releasing dark energy on nearby targets. Damage enemies hit and heal per target hit with reduced healing beyond the first. This skill can be reactivated to dash again, but you sacrifice health and corrupt enemies in the process. Okay, so let me just... Wow, so that's going to be a great gap closer, especially in something like PvP. So, as an example, I can dash here, slice, 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 and then dash over here on the repeat at the cost of a bit of health. Sure. Okay. The fourth ability, Hungering Maelstrom. Create a dark maelstrom that deals damage, inflicts vulnerability, and steals health. Reactivate the skill to inflict additional damage and conditions on all targets hit by the maelstrom. So, how long does that last for? Is it an... I think it's instantaneous. Like it doesn't... I thought it might be like a... Yeah, radius and range. So I don't think it creates an area on the ground. Yeah, so it just hits. And admittedly, I missed. Never mind. We've got Devouring Visage as well. Fire an orb of death magic that explodes on impact, inflicting fear. Gain life force for each target struck. Reactivate the skill to drain the strength of all enemies struck. Right. Gosh. I'm very, very happy with... Hey, Sign's online. Hey, Sign. Long time community member, good friend, who's now also diving back into Guild Wars 2 after a long hiatus. Andy, have you finished a core story yet? Not yet. Now recording a little update that y'all will see in Sunday's episode. It'll be done soon, very close to the end. Right, so yeah, prompted by the conversation in the guild chat. Basically, and I think I may have mentioned it earlier, my memory's poor because it's nearly midnight. I've just not felt like good enough to like cross the finish line. Like there's so many of you who are invested in the story and, you know, watching me play it now, and I just haven't had like the gusto. Like I've been loving the game, don't get me wrong. Like I do not misconstrue that as, oh, he hates Guild Wars. Guys, I've just grinded 500 Jade testimonies and bought Secrets of the Obscure. I love this game. It's just, you know, I want to be able to enjoy the ending. And I've just felt really blech past few days. So, yeah, the plan is to try and finish it this week. I was going to try and force myself to finish it tonight. And then a couple people in Twitch chat were like, don't force it, you know, tackle it when you feel like you're good to go. And I thought, you know what? Yeah, you're right. I do want to, you know, I want to appreciate it. Like, I don't want to speed over the finish line when I'm not 100%. So, yeah, the plan is to hopefully, fingers crossed, get that done for next week. Whether it will be in a Wednesday episode or next Sunday, I don't know. Again, I cannot tell you just how in love I am with this game at the minute. I've played it every night without fail. I absolutely love it. And I'll show you some other things before I finish recording and dive into some bed, because I need to go to bed. It's been really just quite enjoyable doing World versus World. We've been running tags as a guild. There's a wonderful little group that run World versus World on our server, and by that I mean we are the Frost Citadel, and there's always a good group running. Who's crying over there? Oh, they're being killed by a... Can I save them? It might be too late. Okay, well, I can't just watch this poor woman die. Oh, maybe I will. Okay, let's revive her. I feel bad now. I feel really bad. Yeah, we've been running a bit of World versus World, and I've been thoroughly enjoying it. So what I will do is, if I teleport over to Divinity's Reach, because I feel like it's a bit less cluttered over here compared to Lion's Arch, I can show you something else which has happened since the last recording. Nothing groundbreaking, but just interesting, and hopefully a testament to how much I've been playing the game. That's the guild bank. I now have a second gift of battle. I've got 2 gifts of battle. So, to give you a recap on Twilight, all I need now is what's required for the gift of mastery. I've got the Bloodstone Shard. I've got a gift of battle. In fact, I've got 2. I need 250 obsidian shards and 1 gift of exploration. So if I show you in my bank, and we go down to material storage and we put in obsidian, I'm at 150 at the minute. And I am beelining it to the 250 mark. So what is going to end up happening is I am going to get my very first Gen 1 Legendary upon getting map completion. That is how it's going to play. And isn't that incredible? Like, I feel like that's such a fun little, I don't know, like bonus reward. To be able to say, yeah, like when I am fully caught up with the world and the map completion, and when I say fully caught up with the world, I mean core Tyria. Once I have completed core Tyria,
has really been looking out for me lately.
My reward will be
Twilight.
How
so? Everything's just been going so well. I should offer up some prayers of thanks.
You should. I agree.
She'd probably appreciate that.
She would appreciate that. Well said, child. Well said. I thought I'd stand here away from NPC chatter, forgetting that there is NPC chatter here as well. But yeah, been really enjoying the grind towards Twilight. Of course, I'd love to do another one in the future. Having just unlocked this weapon manual, I'm curious to see what other I can probably check actually on that Wikipedia page. Right, so I've also unlocked pistols for guardians, scepters for revenants, staffs for warriors, shortbow for engineer, mace on ranger, axe on thief, pistol on elementalist, and rifle on mesmer. Very fun. I do think my next character will probably be either a guardian or a revenant char. I haven't yet decided which of the 2 it will be, but I really want to roll char, given all of the new lore which we've discovered about them, both just, you know, from being a human and understanding the animosity between the races, what we learned in the Ascalonian catacombs, what we learnt in the I don't remember the name of the fractal, but the fractal where you are sieging Ascalon as Char. What happened there? What was going on? What was the, you know, what's the situation? All of these little moments, coupled with the big bombshell of the Char and the battle we fought with them during the Third Guild War way back when, I'm desperate to learn more about them. So that will probably be my next foray, is to play a Char. But I'm going to save that for when I'm caught up with base game MSQ, which, as you can see in the top right hand corner, it is on further into ore. And that'll be something I'll be tackling very soon. And again, hopefully you'll see that. Well, it will definitely be in the next episode, whether that will release on Wednesday or whether that will release on Sunday. So, yeah. Anything else I wanted to mention? My map completion is still coming along. It's at 56%. I've done a couple more zones. I'm still trying to avoid places like, look, Wayfarer Foothills. There's a couple places done there, but the majority of that is waypoints from when I've been doing other bits. Like the Renown Hearts are really only passive. I got this one done here when I was doing the Svarnir Shaman. And I don't know where the other one is. But anyway, the starting zones have been untouched, or at least I've tried to keep them untouched. And if you look over here, Plains of Ashford, Disa Plateau, Iron Marches, Blaze Ridge Steppes, Fields of Ruin, this whole section over here that is Ascalon, I'm yet to really do anything in. And I cannot wait to sink my teeth into what's going on over there. And that will probably be done through the eyes of a Char when I get round to playing my Char. So,
everything's just been going so well.
This lady's back, so I'm going to move on because I'm trying to find a place where there's no NPC chatter. Maybe he'll be fine. But yeah, I'm looking forward to doing that soon enough. I was trying to think if there's anything else I want to mention. I don't think so. Again, World versus World, been really enjoying that. Been doing a little bit of map completion when time allows. And yeah, I mean, as you saw, I'm sat on how much gold? 170. 170 gold. Now, my conundrum at the minute is if I go to my Wizard's Vault, I don't know what to buy next. I could buy the Mystic Coin, Vault back. I could buy all of these transmutation charges, which wouldn't be that expensive. I could buy the rest of the Mystic Coins. Not right now, but I could buy a fair chunk of them. I think this is a noob trap. 50 Astral Acclaim for one shard feels like daylight robbery. I do need more Mystic Clovers. I'm on 3 at the minute, and I've gained them from World versus World, which is nice. So yeah, I don't really know. I don't really know what my plan is with this. I could save up and buy some skins. Maybe. You know what? Right now, let's buy all of these. We're going to buy 3 Mystic Coin Vault bags. And a reed contains 10 or more coins. I don't know how many more you can get, but let's hope we get more than 10. So the first one, 11. Second one, 10. Third one, another 10. Okay, well now I've got 31 Mystic Coins, which I could, and I'm not going to, but I could go and sell right now for... well, I can't actually sell all of them to this one person, but I could sell them for a good chunk of change. We're looking at about 60 gold if I wanted to sell them. I'm not going to. I'll save those for a future endeavor. But yeah. How much more do I have? I've got 192 left. Let's go and put that into... Let's just buy as many Mystic Coins as we can. There we go. We'll be building up our reserve of Mystic Coins. 52. Perfect. But yeah. Oh, wow. Emeka just got this. Prismatic Champion's Regalia. It's a legendary amulet. Congratulations. I've got no idea what that entails, but that's cool. Yeah. The only other thing I want to do in the future, and I don't know if I mentioned it in the last episode, but I would love to do a Sire Al-Rashid sort of, I don't know, like inspired character. And it would probably be a human with the Lagos wings, which are sometimes available on the gem store. So if I can get those, I'd love to make a human and make them a thief and like go all in on trying to pretend to be a Lagos. And I think I know how I would do it. I just really, really love the Lagos. And I believe I did run into a couple more of them in Mount Maelstrom, maybe? I don't know if I've got footage of that. Anyway, that's it. That's it. All this to say, I'm sorry we didn't beat the MSQ in this episode, but it will be done very soon. I love this game, and to sort of like quell any fears that I'm going to stop playing it, I'm not going to stop playing it anytime soon. I'm going to continue sharing this journey. I've had a couple people worried that there wasn't a Wednesday video. I did announce it on Discord. If you'd like to come and join our Discord, you're more than welcome to. Yeah, plenty more Guild Wars 2 coming very soon. Cannot wait to get done with the MSQ. Then we can move on to Living World Seasons 1 and 2, I believe. And then Heart of Thorns, which is going to be fun. So, yeah. And I will get around to finishing off the Sylvari story, and of course the Char story. I think I might put those into their own individual videos for people who are interested. So, yeah. Hopefully you've enjoyed this episode, even though we didn't cross the finish line. And I shall see you, hopefully, in the next one. Very well.